106 games have been played between the Mountaineers of West Virginia and the Panthers of Pittsburgh. And today, for the 107th time, the Backyard Brawl will be contested. Mountaineers! At Heinz Field, now Acrisure Stadium, in beautiful Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I am Anthony Sorgi. My dad, who you just heard in the background, Jay Sorgi,
Let's go, Mountaineers!
will be joining me down here in just a moment. It's a great day to be a Mountaineer because it is a new day for the Mountaineer football program. After a 9-win season last year, a heartbreaking blowout loss to Penn State, it is now time for the season to really start and for the Mountaineers to get their first big win of the year. Today, the College Game Day crew had Desmond Howard picking Pitt, Dawn Staley picking Pitt, Lee Corso picking Pitt, Kirk Herbstreit picking Pitt, Nick Saban picking West Virginia, and Pat McAfee doing the same. Obviously, I'm picking the Mountaineers because I'm rocking the blue and gold this afternoon. Thus far, through the Backyard Brawl, Pitt leads 62-41-3. But if I do some quick, but in the last 10 games, WVU 6-4, of course, winning last year. Talkus Pitt in the chat. And Joey, I appreciate you putting the emoji and not the word. And no, I'm not going to say it. Family friendly here. Family friendly. So, yeah, it should be a fun one here as I get the cast of this game loaded on up for ESPN2 as we get ready for kickoff. Meanwhile, we are keeping tabs still on the South Carolina game. They are currently up 33-29 over the LSU Tigers. So, of course, as I said, keeping tabs on that. So, just bear with me here as we get the scoreboard loaded up. It is currently, 33-29, South Carolina leading LSU with 8:56 to go in the fourth. Memphis up on Florida, 20-12. Up on Florida State, 20-12. It looks like that score is going to hold unless Florida State throws a Hail Mary touchdown here. Missouri with 10:29 to go in the fourth quarter in Columbia. They lead Boston College 24-14. Buffalo up 20-3 on UMass. Coastal Carolina up 21-10 on Temple. Our final scores thus far through the week. On Thursday night, Arizona State beat Texas State 31-28. South Alabama, as we talked about earlier, beating Northwestern State 87-10. Last night, UNLV 23-20 over Kansas, and Kansas State 31-7 over Arizona. And then other scores thus far today, as my dad joins me here.
Hey!
Other scores thus far through today have been, we were just live, of course, for the Alabama-Wisconsin game. Of course, Oklahoma. As, by the way, kick has been delayed to 3:35.
3:35, yeah.
Now. Oklahoma State, 45-10 win over Tulsa. Michigan won 28-18 over Arkansas State. Pretty close game. Illinois, 30-9 over Central Michigan. NC State, 30-20 over Louisiana Tech. Cincinnati, 27-16 over Miami of Ohio. And Texas Tech, 61, North Texas, 21.
Meanwhile, the actual West Virginia native of our family, your mommy,
Yeah.
the biggest fan of the House of West Virginia, is watching Hallmark movies and taking a nap.
Mhm.
I love her. We love her forever. But she's taking care of her needs right now.
Yeah.
Including rest. So I get it. We're taking over the fandom today here in the house.
Yeah, Joey. Yeah, FSU all of a sudden turning into a dumpster fire after that Jordan Travis injury. Like, they went from one of the best. It's just floating. I think we're going to be fine.
Okay.
It's a program change. That's what
Could be.
messed it up. But like Mike Norvell had Jordan Travis and Keon Coleman, and they were so close to the college football playoff, and now all of a sudden they're one of the worst.
As I've said before, I'm not a fan of Pitt by any stretch of the imagination. I am a fan of their blue and gold color scheme.
Colors are so nice.
They are fire. And I rarely use the phrase fire.
Wow, there it is.
Mhm.
Such a beautiful city.
Great. The announcers today are not well known.
I know who they are, but like, they're not good.
I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Yep. How is anyone watching on another device?
No one's watching anything on any other devices, people.
The only possible way is if, for some reason,
Okay, it's fine.
and now we have the annual pregame discussion about how the schools are super close because a new audience watches this game every year.
I mentioned all this stuff earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned that WVU 6-4 in the last 10.
And that 6 of the last 7 games have been decided by a score or less. So it is a close rivalry. Respect to Pitt's coach, Pat Narduzzi. He seems like a good dude from everything I've seen.
I don't like him though.
Well, because Pitt.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We may have some Joey Foster sightings. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm going to take over the sling.
All right. You can take it off.
And hopefully we get this thing fixed. We're going to be watching this broadcast on Sling.
So we're going to be behind everybody.
So we will be slightly behind some feeds, especially if you have a cable feed, perhaps. It will depend. So sync us up or sync your game broadcast up so that it matches together. You wearing your jump around shirt because, of course, we just saw
Wisconsin got killed.
Yep, unfortunately.
But yeah, Joey, appreciate you popping in and out of the chat.
We
today.
love it.
We
love it.
appreciate
Thank you. Oh, I love this. The Apple Cup is being played at Lumen Field in Seattle.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's odd. But okay.
It is.
Not that it's that much bigger than Husky Stadium, but
Isn't it like 15,000 seats more so?
something like that. But still, that's not a lot. It's something, but it's
Yeah.
not a huge difference.
True. Interesting. Interesting ads. Okay.
Right now, kicking off: Oregon State, Ball State, Miami,
Yeah.
Washington State, Washington, VMI, Georgia Tech, Morgan State, Ohio, Tulane, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Purdue, Texas A&M, Florida, Nevada, Minnesota. Interesting Group of 5 game: App State, East Carolina. But that doesn't start for another 30 minutes. But I just kind of mentioned some of the
picturesque setting, Pittsburgh.
So
the fountain right at the confluence of the rivers. And just north of it, Heinz Field. I know it's not Heinz Field, but it's Heinz Field.
A sea of blue and gold.
Which is fantastic. I would love to be in this atmosphere for this game. Of course, a game in Morgantown's a game in Morgantown. You're not going to beat that if you're a West Virginia fan. But the idea of being able to go to Primanti Brothers for a lunchtime sandwich, walk over the bridge, it's a bit of a hike. But then get to the game. Oh, as good of a big city college football atmosphere as you probably can get.
Yeah. The Pitt logo is very small on the field.
True.
Should have made it bigger.
Little kitty cat.
Let's brawl.
And it rolls into the end zone.
Yes, it does.
Pitt in the ACC. Just weird.
West Virginia in the Big 12.
It will always be weird. So will that.
Just weird.
The gray unis that they showed in a past edition with Garrett Green. I'm a fan. Italian chicken sandwich. First and 10 of the 25. Hit with good penetration to start, but Ray was able to escape it and get minimal yardage.
Gary Danielson is probably loving that he's calling a Purdue home game.
As a Purdue alum.
After spending so much time in the SEC where everyone hated him.
True. Second and 8 for Dubs VU.
Run it.
All right.
First down, Mountaineers. White there with the run. Let's go, Mountaineers.
And I like the white helmet, white jersey look.
Yeah, I wish, as I said earlier, I wish they had white pants, but that's the only thing I'd make different about the Uni.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it's okay. I just think it would look better all around. They're going to pass it. Oh, whoa, late hit.
That should be a flag. 15 yards on Pitt. They're not going to call it.
Are you blind?
No, you put your heads on a swivel at the wrong time, Mr. Rev. Watch this. Yeah, 15 just planted him and didn't call it. Just planted him. And Notre Dame is reeling at the end of this Purdue game after getting beat by NIU. Second and 10 for WVU. Ooh, quarterback keeper.
Let's go, Garrett Heisman. Let's go, Garrett Heisman.
All right,
six
and a little bit of change.
We like that. You like that.
Thanks, Kirk.
As he kind of alluded to, I've set the Notre Dame game up on our second screen to see what they do against Purdue. Notre Dame 7.5 point favorites this afternoon.
There's a lot of blue and gold on our screens right now, which I have no complaint about.
Yes, there is.
Only difference being Purdue.
Uh-huh.
Run outside. You got to break that open field tackle. You got a first down. You didn't. Oh, man.
So now it's, 4th and 2?
Yeah, they're not going for it here, I bet. I wouldn't. I don't
know. Let's see where they are on the field. About midfield.
Yeah.
Neil Brown's one to take risks. They're not going to here.
Play the percentages.
Yeah.
Pin him deep. Pin them deep. This is lunch, by the way.
It's a late lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Punted away.
Not going to be a good field position because that went out of bounds.
Well, they said it was inside the 15.
Did they?
Yeah.
You have insane ears.
So Pitt starting quarterback as a freshman, which is obviously rare to see.
His family named after a brand of cow, Eli Holstein.
Okay.
But impressive stats.
Yeah.
300-plus yards last couple games. First since the legendary Alex Van Pelt. -1 yard run. There you go.
Alex Van Pelt for sure a legend. I don't even know that it is. Yeah, I've heard the name, but I couldn't tell you anything about him. That's where he transferred from Alabama. Get to him. There we go. 3rd and 11
pass
now.
rush. Very good pass rush. Third and 11. Yeah, it's not even worth doing a play action fake.
Get to him.
Through the check down. 3 yards. Way to
go.
go WU.
Let's go,
Mountaineers.
Ooh, Boston College is making it close. 27-21. Missouri lead 4 minutes to go.
Jesuits have a chance. Love it. Now, you're going to be seeing a lot of logos for UPMC on the field.
University of Pittsburgh Medical Center.
One of the best in the country. I give them all the credit in the world.
They punt it.
I loathe their football team. Oh, we got a 47. All right. I loathe their football team. A fantastic medical center.
Yeah. Seeing Notre Dame on CBS is so weird.
Oh, it's a road game.
I know, but it still is so weird. Like
they're usually on CBS at least once a year when they play the Service Academy.
That's true.
Because they play Army and Navy back every year.
But also seeing CBS Big Ten is also weird. That's
weird. I grew up with it.
See, I'm also weirded out by just seeing Notre Dame Purdue on CBS. That's just an odd sight for me.
I saw that probably a couple times back when I was growing up because CBS had the Big Ten contract in the 80s.
Okay.
At least in the early to mid 80s, and then ABC got it back by the time Wisconsin got good.
Yeah.
Used to always be Brent Musburger and Pat Hayden calling Michigan, Ohio State every year.
Gotcha. It's a very pixelated screen.
Yes, it's all right though. Now, we have nowhere near explored enough of Pittsburgh as much as I want to.
I love Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's hard for us because we're trying to allocate our dollars for sports road trips towards Milwaukee Brewers road trips because we're trying to get to all 30 stadiums, and we got to do it on a budget. So you don't tend to go to as many overnight games in other cities.
Notre Dame just took it to the house.
Woo! Is that an over-the-air feed?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why it's so pixelated.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why we haven't seen as much of Pittsburgh as we want to. But that's a fantastic town. Great town. Chill vibes. Down-to-earth people. Great love of sports there.
Yeah.
So, big-time fan of that town. Been there twice.
Yep.
All right. That works.
And again, for our how much money did the home team pay the road team to lose to them? Florida State paid Memphis $1.3 million to play in Tallahassee.
Wow. So if Memphis hosted Florida State in a rematch, how much money do you think they can make in revenue off that game?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I think it's a ridiculous amount of money. And you could charge more for the tickets for that game because it's Florida State.
That's true. Memphis needs a new stadium.
They're not going to get it, but
Because, yeah, it's fair. I'm just saying the Liberty Bowl is not a good facility at all. It sucks. Although I think they might have done renovations to it.
Memphis is a public school, state-owned school. I forget who owns the Liberty Bowl, but if it is the university, that means state tax dollars are going to go towards the reconstruction of the stadium.
This summer, they demolished like a whole bunch of the part of the stadium and completely redid it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Then I guess they are spending money on it. 4-yard run on first down for WVU, 2nd and 6. All right.
I'm trying to find the picture to show you what they're saying it's going to look like. This is what they're planning on. Yes!
Great job of picking up the blitz. Getting an explosion pass play.
Red zone alert.
13-yard line to Gallagher.
Call Scott Hansen, folks.
Pitt sent 7. And Green read the blitz beautifully and found Gallagher wide open.
Wow. This is what the west side of the stadium is going to look like.
Interesting. Nice.
They're completely redoing the west side.
Okay. 1st and 10. 16-yard line. Thought it was 13. My bad. Play action. Slant. There you go. 9-yard gain. Good play design.
And this is what the whole stadium is supposed to look like when the renovations are done.
Ooh.
They're like literally completely redoing the place. That looks so nice.
How many seats?
How many seats?
All right. Green had some great run option fakes. Buying time for receiver to get open. Nobody got open. 2-yard sack.
It'll be around 50,000. Right now, they sell about 30,000 seats again. Like right now, that's about how much they sell. Mm-hmm. So they're going to expand it to 50. They're going to sell because for the Liberty Bowl, I think they sell out all they sell all the seats. But they offer all the seats for the actual bowl game.
There you go!
Touchdown, Mountaineers!
Woo! That was easy. That drive was easy. Donaldson with the score.
Let's go, CJ.
They relegate the WVU dance team to sit in the stands. The cheerleaders are on the field, but
yeah, I said cheerleaders are on the field.
That's weird. Still,
what's the dance team?
It's sort of a higher brand of cheerleaders because they actually can do dance moves.
Okay.
Most universities have them.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Extra point. 7. Right down
a road in Pittsburgh.
Most famous street in Pittsburgh. Let's look it up. 7-0, by the way.
Yes. Right down Sorry about the background noise, folks. Right down 6th Street. Right down Fort Duquesne Boulevard. Right down Liberty
Fort
Avenue.
Pitt Boulevard. Right down Fort Pitt Boulevard, baby. That's referencing a Bob Euchre. Right down Wisconsin Avenue for strike 2. The great voice of the Milwaukee Brewers, who, by the way, are going to be in Arizona tonight. Magic number 5. 33-29 South Carolina over LSU. 2:15 left.
I don't know who these people are calling.
What's the area code?
331.
Yep, probably a political thingamabobber.
What stadium was this at?
Yeah, if I'm Memphis, I keep it 50,000, but I figure out a way to make it expandable to 70.
Because
if they ever have the ability to pull it off with expansion, NFL.
I don't see the NFL going to Memphis.
Okay. We have a delay in Miami.
Oh, that's weird. Not that it'll matter. They're gonna
Probably weather.
They're gonna kill Ball State, but
Right, but if there's lives at risk, you gotta play it safe. You have lightning or something.
yeah, I'm just saying it won't affect the result of the game.
Right.
Missouri still beating Boston College with the ball under 2 minutes to go. Oklahoma up 7-0 on Tulane.
Max McGee University.
Washington State up a field goal on Washington, 3-0.
Warren Moon University.
Warren went to Tulane too?
Yep. Washington.
Oh, Washington. Okay. But Max McGee went to Tulane.
Yep.
Okay.
And Warren Moon was not the first black quarterback to win the Rose Bowl.
It was. Please stop.
Who was the first? Willie Wood.
It's a Naperville, Illinois 331 number.
No one from Naperville knows that number.
Yeah, that's all. How do I knew that?
I don't think you can without answering it. Either way, West Virginia up 7-0.
I just turned the ringer down.
Beautiful. 27-21, Missouri. 24 seconds left. If only that beautiful blue and gold color of Pitt wasn't for such an evil team. No, not evil.
Yeah, you're right.
An arch rival.
Yeah.
And a fair catch of a kickoff.
Via Pitt's text and everything is so small.
Oh my gosh, Donaldson was so open. And Green nearly missed him with a backside throw. How could you almost miss him like that?
Well,
At least he got it.
He
but
didn't, so that's what matters.
Yeah.
All right. Hit with the ball at 25-yard line.
All right.
They look to get rocking and rolling. Will they? Probably not.
So get a little defense working here. Little defense. 9-yard gain on first down.
Yikes.
How do you feel about the double striping of the pants on West Virginia? I'm not as much of a fan. A little loud.
I have to wait to see it. Oh, that's okay. I can deal with it. I don't love it, but I can deal with it.
Yeah, it's not the worst sin in the world. I'd say either straight navy or just like a very small stripe. 1st and 10 of the 42. He wants the bundle.
They're going to air it out deep.
And he beat him.
This West Virginia defense is not the best defense.
They are prone for giving up the big play, and they just did. 15-yard line. Good play action fake. And it probably played a part in the receiver getting wide open. 16-yard line, first down. Kenny Johnson with the catch. Appears to be a big play threat for them. Little fake pitch out. Open receiver. Yep. No!
Incomplete.
Out of bounds.
I say he looked incomplete too. It looked out of bounds to me.
Mukau threw it out of bounds. Oh, wait a minute.
I think.
Which was the first foot that went down? Was it the right foot or the left? The left was out. The right was in.
We need to zoom in.
If the right foot was down first, that's a touchdown.
Yeah. Who scored?
But I think they're reviewing it. Because I think they're going to give him the score.
Who scored in the LSU game?
Watch the right foot. All right. Here's the angle. First foot down was it was simultaneous. If I had to guess, they're going to say call stands because unless they can clearly with like to the frame.
If I were the refs, I would say it's a call stand.
You need to have evidence to the 1/33 of a second, frame by frame, to be able to prove that's a touchdown. That the right foot was down before the left foot was.
Yeah.
I don't think they have that evidence. Frame. Yep, they were down simultaneously. If it's simultaneous, do you give it to them?
They're taking a while to look at this, obviously.
This is, again, why I think high school, college, and pros, the rule should be at every level 2 feet down, no matter what.
Yeah.
What is Pope Pitt doing there?
Well, the Pope is obviously not a Pitt fan, so. Yeah, that's the right call.
And bad words coming from the Pittsburgh student section.
That guy has a very long last name. His last name is Bartholomew.
Yeah.
I thought that was his first name.
I've seen it used as both.
Okay. Why is Pitt trying to copy Ohio State with all the little things on the back of their helmet?
Pitt's been doing it for a long time.
I don't like it. Just keep your helmets clean.
They were doing it back in the Dan Marino days.
Gotta keep your helmets clean.
And back in the day before I had any connection to West Virginia as a state, I probably would have rooted for Pitt in this game until I got to know Mommy.
Yeah.
And then forever it's going to be West Virginia. But just simply because Dan Marino and because of the cool color scheme.
Yeah.
It is a cool color scheme. 3rd and 7.
The WV on the side of the uniforms look a lot like the old school WV.
True.
I don't know if they were trying to do that, but
Might have been. 3rd and 7. Flood receivers. Oh! It's incomplete, but Fagan had a pick 6 in his hands. He had a pick 6. That's a 10-point drop. I mean, look at this throw. Look where it ends up. Look where he's catching it. If he concentrates on the football enough to get his hands on it, he's running that thing back for a 94-yard touchdown. Instead, it's going to be a field goal attempt for Pitt.
That's it.
He made it.
7-3.
7-3.
All right, Mountaineers still lead.
Yep.
And don't do anything too crazy because I'll be right back.
All right. After changing the score. That's one of those plays where if you are West Virginia and the bad result happens instead of the good results, then you mark that play down as missed opportunity. If you win the game, you don't worry about it. that's one of those where the interpretation of the importance of the play is going to be based on the final score. So right now I'm just going to sort of flag it and stick it in the filing cabinet for the next 2.5 hours or maybe a little more. So I'm not insanely concerned. For those who are sports history buffs and football history buffs, go look up at some time. Oh, hello, sir. Hello, sir. Go look up 1975, WVU versus Pitt, and the game-winning field goal at the old Mountaineer Field. It was an ancient 30,000-seat stadium. And Tony Dorsett, then called Tony Dorsett, was running wild at the time for Pitt. And that game cost Pitt a shot at a national title. One of the biggest upset wins in the history of WVU football. Go check that. That's a final. Missouri beating Boston College 27-21. The Jesuits go down. Jesuits go down hard. Let's see. Right now, Notre Dame up 7-0 on the Purdue Boilermakers. The university who has the tradition of having the biggest bass drum apparently on the face of the planet. Something close to that. Now, I'm not as knowledgeable about West Virginia traditions, obviously, as I am about Wisconsin traditions, because that's where I'm from. My wife being the Mountaineer fan of the family, the biggest one, she unfortunately right now is not enjoying the game, getting much needed rest. I'm trying to figure out if the yellow that we're seeing all over the artist formerly known as Heinz Field is empty seats or people dressed in yellow. I can't tell. Kickoff goes to WVU, moving northwest to southeast at Heinz Field. As a guy who loves big cities, this is one of the big city games I'd love to go to. Let's see. Other big city, urban setting college football games. We've got to get to a game here at Franklin Field in Philadelphia. Obviously, you're talking the Coliseum in Los Angeles. Got to get to a game there. Can we mark it by market? I mean, any game in Atlanta that's a big matchup, especially at the Georgia Dome 2.0, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. University of Miami football games are no longer at the Orange Bowl, so I wouldn't count that as much. That's out in the burbs where they play the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium. 2nd and 5, they don't really gain anything. University of Washington in Seattle. Beautiful urban stadium right along the lakefront.
What are we talking about?
Great college football settings in big cities.
Miami is not a good college football setting.
I mean, it's a million miles away from the campus.
Yeah, the fans just don't care about.
They care if you win.
Yeah. Where's the mouse?
Am I sitting on it? Nope, it's on here.
Oh, okay.
And a pass out of the flat, they don't get a first down. That's why you throw the football on third down in first down territory.
Okay, we're talking urban settings.
Yeah. There's not really anything in the Bay Area that would count. Boulder's close to Denver, but that doesn't really count.
Ohio Stadium.
Ohio Stadium, that's true because it's right smack dab in the middle of the city. Because so many college towns aren't big cities, you tend to get mid-sized cities where these massive stadiums are.
Birmingham.
Not anymore.
With Protective Stadium is
Not
real,
anymore.
I mean, it's really nice.
It used to be the Legion Field.
CFCU Stadium would be the most urban in the Bay Area. That's where San Jose State plays.
Yeah.
The Coliseum.
I mentioned that one.
Okay. Rose Bowl. Are we counting that?
Burbs.
What do we consider Snapdragon Stadium in San Diego?
Not a great legendary setting.
Yeah, sure.
University of Cincinnati, I'd probably say more. When they play a big name opponent of Paul Brown. Not as much of the old Nippert Stadium.
Raymond James Stadium for South Florida.
Yeah. Double pass possibility by Pitt, and West Virginia is all over it. 5-yard loss with Latham making the tackle.
I'd say Bobby Dodd because of how it's in the middle of Atlanta.
For our Georgia Tech fans.
Yeah. Northwestern Medicine Field at Martin Stadium, obviously.
Yep. I would not say the Superdome because Tulane.
They don't play any.
Tulane is not a big-time program.
Tulane plays at Yeoman Stadium.
Yeah. I mean, certainly for the bowl game, but that'd be about it.
Do we consider Baton?
Oh, what a tip and catch by Pitt!
Do we consider Baton Rouge to be urban?
Not enough, but we definitely consider the Cotton Bowl.
Okay.
Any game at the home of the Houston Texans.
Huntington Bank Stadium, Minneapolis.
Yes. Great setting. Into games there.
Allegiant Stadium would obviously be there just because the NFL facility. We said Ohio Stadium.
Ooh, first down throw. 11-yard gain. On first down, no less.
I'm guessing we said Acrisure.
Yeah, we mentioned that.
The Link.
The Link is... It's not great just because no really good team plays there. It's Temple.
Yeah.
Army-Navy, of course.
Yeah, but we're talking about home fields here. We're not.
Right.
Like I wouldn't even consider the Cotton Bowl or no one plays at the Texan Stadium.
Not as a regular tenant.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll see Houston play there if they're playing a big name, big revenue opponent like Texas or something like that.
Since when?
They'll play him like on a one-off.
See, I've never seen that in my life. That's why I asked.
They did that a couple times.
Okay.
Play action again. Broken tackle, first down, and he's off to the races.
Inside the 25.
Gotta make your fundamental tackles. Otherwise, you'll have big plays like that. Well, that's just a good move, though. But you got to aim for the torso. Don't aim for the head.
That shirt that one of the Pitt coaches has on that has Pitt with the outline of the state of Pennsylvania. Like, if they want to use just the city of Pittsburgh, I guess they could do that, but don't use the whole. Like, that's just messed up.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, the worst of these games, the most painful of these games was 2007.
Of my lifetime that I remember watching was that one that they're showing right now.
Yeah. But 2007, WVU was undefeated. If they beat Pitt, they're playing for the national title. And Pitt upsets them. Just the most demoralizing loss in the history of the WVU Mountaineers. I'd say even more than losing to Notre Dame for the national championship in 1988.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah, lost opportunity against Notre Dame, but it's your arch rival beating you.
Yep. Get
What's coming? Ah, get it down. First down at the 11-yard line. All right. And they're running a no huddle here, trying to catch them off guard. And a little itty-bitty run play when you're trying to catch them off guard, which I don't think really does anything effectively. So Pitt, not smart. West Virginia will take 2 yards. That's fine. Oh. To tie the game, South Carolina about to try a field goal.
Oh, did they fall behind?
Yeah.
Are they in OT?
LSU took the lead.
Fun.
The Battle of Houston tonight. Rice versus Houston. Okay.
At TDECU Stadium.
Oh, loads of time to throw touchdown Pitt. That's just a ridiculous job of marching a team down the field using the passing game. Oh, man. Oh, man. Actually, I have friends who have a daughter who goes to Pitt who may be at this game. Find out.
Okay.
At WVU Pitt. Okay.
Yeah, South Carolina's going to try to tie it with last second field goal.
Goodness. The sheer volume of games and the fact that at least one or two of them is going to get you a really good game. Oh! The field goal attempt goes wide as the buzzer sounds. Final gun, LSU wins. Wow. Credit to LSU for that comeback. Mad credit to LSU. I give the fans credit. This game might be a sellout. Usually Pitt doesn't sell out.
Yeah, but it's Mountaineer fans in town.
True. Still, I give them credit. It'll be first down at the 25.
By the way, Florida State is the first team ranked in the preseason top 10 to start 0-3 with all 3 losses to unranked opponents.
Oh, my gosh. That's bad. Run up the middle. Broken tackles. That's 6 yards.
There we go.
6 yards.
You know what I wish West Virginia had on the side of their jersey instead of the WV? The West Virginia state flag. For the Country Reds jerseys. For the white helmet.
Hmm.
as we end the first quarter. It is Pitt up 10-7, but
Changing graphics.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a perfect day. If you're a WVU fan, you're traveling to the game in Pittsburgh, staying overnight, stay at the William Penn Hotel.
You don't even have to stay overnight.
I know, but if you do,
Yeah.
get yourself a Permani sandwich right by the fountain. Go to the fountain, hang out. Take the Clemente Bridge. It's gonna be a bit of a hike from there, but then walk from there to the game.
Yeah, like I would take the 90-minute drive. I would take the 90-minute drive in, and then we get like 8 in the morning. Get there around 10, hang out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Except I wouldn't go to get Permani sandwich or anything. I'd just tailgate it.
True.
I'll just tailgate
Some West Virginia hot dog action.
Yeah, just tailgate it.
The hot dogs with chili, onions, mustard, coleslaw. Not ketchup. So that's a Carrie dog. My wife. CJ. This is not Georgia Tech versus Virginia Military Institute.
So yeah.
Okay.
Notre Dame takes a 14-0 lead. I'm just seeing if I can get a. ESPN's posted a video of that.
All right. We just took a step, by the way. I want to address this. We just took a step where we had a commenter whose avatar was a racist caricature. That's not allowed on our channel. That simple. CJ, VMI is too much information.
What?
VMI is TMI. Very similar to when Terrell Owens, when he was playing in Philadelphia, scored a touchdown in a game on the road. And after scoring the touchdown, threw the ball at full speed right at a sign that said, and I'm going to do my best, still bad Merrill Reese impersonation, T.O. has B.O. So great rhyming there.
What happened? I want to see the. I'm trying to see this field goal, man.
We'll discuss offline. And no, not you. You're good. They're talking to the lead man of West Virginia, Neil Brown,
Let's go, Neil.
in between quarters, with the interview that they never ever would want to do, but they contractually were obligated to. Near first down run on second down by White. Ooh, a little bit of prestidigitation. Some extracurriculars. We call it first down. Like getting a little testy.
Come on.
Blitz.
Time.
They beat it. The receiver was double teamed. little 5-yard gain on first down. That's fine. The fact that the receiver was double teamed while there was a 6-man or even 7-man blitz by Pitt into the WVU backfield probably got the best that they could.
Yeah.
Ooh, another blitz, another first down throw.
Let's go, Mountaineers.
Love the recognition. That time rushing 5, that time well picked up. I love seeing the passing game as the weapon of choice. Oh, all the marbles.
No,
Was there a flag? I think
they might have said it was both ways.
Yeah, both ways and overthrown.
Yeah.
Uncatchable. And I think Clement tried to dive a little bit.
Yeah.
This ain't the NBA kid where you can flop to get a call.
Yeah.
2nd and 10, just throw a smart little short pass. Or hand it off like that.
There we go.
Get yourself in a good third down and short range. Okay.
Yeah, I know, right?
I know, yeah.
Tough out of Memphis. Yeah, solid run there by Donaldson.
3rd and highly manageable. When ESPN's primetime game has the opponent of Texas San Antonio, you're grasping to try and find good games to show.
Well, ABC's primetime game is Georgia, Kentucky.
Right. That's not bad.
In reality, it should be this.
Oh, first down. But I don't think they're going to give him it. And they had a flag.
Or if I were ABC, I would have put, I think I would have made my ABC triple header be WVU Pitt, not in order.
Face mask, Pittsburgh. Automatic first down. Love it.
Horse collar.
Yeah, that's true. I thought I saw the face mask poll, or at least the face mask call by the ref. But yeah, definite horse collar.
So tell me what you think about this.
Mm-hmm.
Not in any particular order. My ABC triple header today would have been this game, South Carolina LSU, and Boston College, Missouri. I don't know what order I would have put that in, but
is it a requirement that ABC shows SEC in the primetime slot? Oh, great screen call. Take it. Oh, down to the 4. That might have been helmet to helmet.
I think it is. I can check on that contract detail.
Yeah, that looked like it was helmet to helmet. Yep, targeting. Half the distance to the goal. And now they're going to check on whether it's an ejection situation. Watch. Oh! It had the force of something that looked like it was worthy of being ridiculously dangerous to throw it out of the game, but I don't know. Apple Cup, we're not paying much attention to it.
No. What network is it on?
I don't know. I don't know if it is on a network.
I can check.
Is it on Peacock, maybe?
I think so. That would be my guess. Is it's on Peacock. By the way, there is ESPN essentially. ESPN and ABC have the flexibility to put whatever the SEC's top game on is on at whatever time they like.
Okay.
So I think I would have done. I probably would have gone Boston College, Missouri in prime time.
It's your only top 25 against top 25 game.
I would have put
And again,
LSU, South Carolina at 3:30, and this at noon.
okay. And again, ESPN has no broadcast with the Big Ten anymore. So,
And then Georgia, Kentucky, I would have thrown in at noon on ESPN.
okay.
You know what other games of note would there be? I don't think there really would be any other games of note that would be a big deal. But that Oregon game, no, it's on Fox.
Oh,
So CJ, you should be able to get that.
Apple Cup on Fox?
Yeah,
Okay.
Apple Cup is on Fox. Just taking a look around college football right now. Temple is only down 8 to Coastal Carolina with the football.
Oh.
Oregon,
Maybe they're not the worst team in college football anymore.
Oregon and Oregon State tied at 7, ending the first quarter. Oklahoma up 7-0 on Tulane early in the second. Notre Dame up 14-0 on Purdue at the end of the first. A&M winning 10-0 over Florida at the end of the first. Washington State and Washington. Oh no, excuse me. The Apple Cup is on Peacock. Sorry, the artist formerly known as the Civil War is on Fox.
Ah, okay.
The Apple Cup is on Peacock. Tied 10-10.
We should go to and vlog a game at Temple, titling it.
We saw the worst team in college football.
I was just gonna say something like that.
That's a view getter. That's a view getter.
Yes,
right
we should do that.
Games of note tonight: Ole Miss at Wake Forest. Not really going to be close, but just to watch. Vanderbilt at Georgia State. Keep an eye on that one.
Yeah.
In
Atlanta,
Georgia, Kentucky.
First and goal.
Oh yeah, let's
First
get
and
back
goal
to the
5.
action. They're gonna run it.
Yeah, they're in the end zone.
Let's go, Mountaineers! It's West Virginia, West Virginia, the pride of every Mountaineer.
We don't remember those lyrics.
I remember. I just don't feel like singing it all.
Good.
But
And it'd be even worse if it was me singing it. And for those of you looking for the Notre Dame score, it's 14-zip Irish. I thought I saw them wearing the name on the back of the road jersey. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think they are. Yeah, I think they're not.
Other games tonight to watch. Toledo at Mississippi State.
14-10 West Virginia. Extra point good.
Indiana. This is an interesting one. Indiana at UCLA at the Rose Bowl. That's NBC's primetime game tonight.
Yes.
And then this is the night game I'm going to be watching tonight just to see what's going to happen. Big rivalry game. Colorado at Colorado State.
Ooh. Is that one in Denver at Mile High?
No, it's at Colorado State.
Oh.
It's...
Because they used to play that game every year at Mile High.
No, it's in Fort Collins.
Okay.
Other games, UCF, TCU, I guess. Maryland, Virginia. And then the late night games tonight are San Diego State, Cal.
Remember, I didn't go to WVU. I got married into it, and I'm not even originally from the States, so I'm not as big of a fan. But I'm still rooting for it.
West Virginia, now we cheer. Let all our troubles be forgotten.
Hail, West Virginia, hail.
Yeah, there you go.
And at the end.
Yeah.
So that other blue and gold school is not the only one that involves hail.
Yeah, hail WV.
And some near Tennessee uniforms showcasing Popeyes. They call themselves the official wing of watching football? No. Oh, that would have been a dream backfield. Dan Marino and Emmitt Smith.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
wow. Just like me with Marquette. Ring out ahoy with an MU rah-rah, baby.
Woo-hoo.
23,117 days since Marquette lost a football game.
Mhm.
I did the math last week and then added 7 days. So, yeah.
You're too much.
Actually, I didn't do the math. I just looked up a website that does the math for me.
Okay.
So, delegation.
It's not that hard to do the math. You just do whatever. You just do whatever year. Or you figure out what day they lost their last football game.
Mm-hmm.
Then you do that to 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And then you add however many days from that day in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
That's that.
But you also have to factor in leap years and make sure you do it accurately.
That's true.
How many leap days were involved?
That's a good point.
Oh, the fountain of the confluence.
They're just showing the same clip over and over.
Yeah, and for good reason. It's a beautiful clip.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you could do a different skyline shot.
We were there at sunset one time.
Hi
On
there,
a
Al.
beautiful sunny day.
Hi there, Al. Hope your team loses. Is that?
CJ. That's awesome.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Hey, all my Marquette alumni friends love it. Because the university actually has, I think, copyrighted the phrase Marquette football undefeated since 1960.
They need to make merch with that.
Yes. I think they do.
They don't.
They don't?
No.
They should.
Other people do, but
Okay. That one goes out of bounds. Pitt gets the football in good field position. Yeah.
they get it at the 20. Oh, 40. They get it at the 40.
40-yard line.
Oh. We gotta be better kickers. We gotta be better punters. We gotta be better throwers. We gotta be better runners, better catchers,
Better tacklers and better blockers.
better pickers, better fumblers.
WVU, West Virginia has very good pickers. I'm saying bluegrass pickers.
I mean,
The great Jake Eddy. Look him up.
interception.
Yes.
That's what I mean by pickers.
Oh, looks like we have a flag on. Yeah. That's on WVU. That's right. Seriously, if you like bluegrass music, look up Jake Eddy, Eddy. From West Virginia, outstanding guitar player. And I'm not even a country fan. And I found him. He's insane.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
Why does Sean McDonough do a 7:00 ESPN game instead of one of the ABC games?
Because they will probably still get a bigger audience.
I think so, even though it's not the a big game usually.
Yeah. Flea flicker. Get to him.
Yeah,
They got to him. 15-yard loss.
Boom. There's Jeremiah Trotter, or not
Actually,
Jeremiah,
10-yard
Josiah.
loss.
Josiah,
They
not
took it to the
Jeremiah.
35-yard line.
Let's
10-yard
go,
loss.
Josiah, the son of Jeremiah Trotter and the brother of Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
Yes.
Let's go, Josiah. Go prep. Dude went to my high school.
2nd and 19.
Tackle.
Wide receiver
Tackle.
screen, and they
The
stopped it
tackle.
for a 4.5-yard gain. I have to say this after we went to a game for St. Joe's Prep last week. Their current team would take the best team in the history of my alma mater, Marquette High, back in Milwaukee.
Hey, there's it.
Regular
There's you, the boys.
playoff contender. Yeah, nice shot of the prep. All right, scramble outside. And he's going to run out of bounds and get tackled beforehand, flag beforehand. And that the best team in the history of Marquette High School, regular state champion, regular playoff contender in Wisconsin high school football. The prep would take the best team in the history of Marquette High and boat race.
Yeah.
That is the most impressive high school football team I've ever seen. Nationally ranked. fact, I'm going to look up their ranking right now. Ooh, Florida, Texas A&M.
I'm taking a
Weather?
look at the weather right there.
Okay. While you do that, I'm going to look up where the max prep rankings are for the prep.
Ooh, that's a lot of storms. Look at this. This is what's going through Florida right now.
Yeah,
It's
a lot of isolated but big storms going through.
It looks like the worst of it will be gone by 4.
St. Joe's Prep dropped in the rankings by 3 despite winning and blowing out New York's best high school football team.
Yeah, 44-16. Jordan Love is doubtful, and Sean Clifford has been elevated to the active roster.
I can see it.
By the way, Ronald Acuna Jr.'s brother was called up by the Mets last night.
Ooh.
He might be making his debut today.
All right.
Can you hand me the
1st and 10, Ron?
The cord to the computer? It's fully charged. Nope, other one. The light blue one.
Light blue. All right.
Thank you. My phone's on 18%.
1st and 10. Again. Pitt's moving the football sinkily well. Again. False start. On Pitt.
Let's go. Mountaineer fans, make some noise. That is one of the coldest moments in college football that I've ever seen is when Penn State fans were so loud on the first play of the game, they had to call timeout because they couldn't hear the play call.
That's true. If I'm a college football team and I'm playing teams with that level of crowd noise, I'm learning sign language.
Now they have the coach to helmet tech, so it won't be as bad.
But you got to communicate to the rest of the team.
That's true.
Open field.
That's how you tackle.
Hard hit tackle. Clean, not meant to injure, but absolutely to just pulverize somebody. Going right at the midsection, right at the hips, how you're taught to tackle. Tough, hard, clean. Beautiful. 2nd and 14. Only rushing 4. And that's just a great catch. I give dude credit.
Wow.
That's like a Williams with a high point catch and double coverage. What's the flag? Watch the leap.
Helmet to helmet?
He leaded with the helmet.
Yeah, I think it's helmet to helmet.
It wasn't. I don't think it was helmet to helmet because he leaded with the helmet. That's still enough for a penalty.
Targeting, yeah.
Any forcible hit by the crown of the helmet. Yeah, they got to call that.
Mm-hmm. So they'll obviously review it because he could be removed from the game.
Maybe that was helmet to helmet.
In the NFL, you don't get kicked out for targeting for the whole game, do you?
You can if it's enough of a bad malfeasance.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
All right.
Sorry.
No, you're good. So 14-10, the Mountaineers lead. as I am currently trying to find someone to pick up. Bear with me here as I'm trying to update my fantasy team. Ooh, who do I want? I think I'm going to stay with Eckler. With CMC going on the IR, I have to get a new running back, but I think I'm just going to go with Eckler. And then I can grab anyone I want off the bench, which is what I'm going to do. So we're going to grab. Who do we want? Maybe a wide receiver. I don't know. I might just leave a spot open. Honestly, I don't know. You guys tell me as they're looking at the targeting right now. Alan Lazard had a really good week last week, so I might pick him up. I think that's what we're going to do. That doesn't seem like a terrible pickup. 1st and 10 for Pitt here at the 30. They air it out deep. Incomplete. 8:45 to go here in the second quarter. Taking a look just generally around sports right now. Starting in college football. Oregon up 15-7 on Oregon State. Oklahoma up 14-0 on Tulane. Notre Dame up 14-0 on Purdue. A&M in a delay against Florida up 10-0. Play action. He's under pressure. Escapes, throws, first down Pitt. Utah and Utah State tied at 0. Ball State Miami has been delayed to 4:45 this evening. And what about non-top 25 games? Run play, but a penalty. Temple still has the ball. Looking to win their first game of the year, I think. Unless they won one and I missed. Face mask on the offense. Okay, we take that. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to go off screen for literally just a second. There. Okay. I just wanted to get the Oregon State game on the second screen here. People in the comments, keep your thoughts coming. Oh, Pitt quarterback escapes the tackle, gets out of the 29 or the 28 there. So I'm actually going to turn this. I have a Peacock subscription, so I'm going to turn this to the Apple Cup between Washington and Washington State. I still have my subscription from the Olympics. Might as well use it. Second and 20. 7:25 to go in the second quarter. Pitt QB, check down under pressure, and he just threw it at the guy's feet. But there is a flag late on the play here. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down. Okay, here we go. Pitt throws deep, incomplete. No penalty, 2nd and 10. As a Pitt player, an offensive lineman, is down on the field. For you in here, appreciate you being with us. As this afternoon turns into evening. And seems like possibly a serious injury. They are giving him water. He's getting up now. Let's see if he's able to walk on his own power. He is. Limping a little bit, not too terribly. Hopefully it's just a cramp. As we look at the college football rankings, it's Georgia, Texas, Ohio State, Alabama, Ole Miss, Missouri, Tennessee, Penn State, Oregon, and Miami. Assuming leads stand or everything stands right now, I could see Alabama going to number 3. I think assuming Ole Miss gets a blowout win, they probably stay at 5. Oregon might pass Penn State. That'd be my other thought. Penn State, on a bye week. Oregon, if they can get a win over Oregon State, would be kind of a big deal. Hit with the ball 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line. They're going to fake the handoff, almost a sack. Quarterback escapes, throws, end zone, touchdown, Pitt. They lead 16-14. Desmond Reed there with a great catch. Phenomenal throw by the quarterback as the Panthers take a 2-point lead. The PAT is up and good, making a 17-14 game. Dime. That's all I can say.
Yeah, dime.
Great throw.
Still erg.
They fake the run.
The cow can throw.
Stop calling him the cow.
I'm from Wisconsin.
I'm so.
Confuzzled?
Uh-huh.
Why the confuzzling?
I don't know.
I think we're both tired.
I'm just trying to watch a football game. You're getting all these. He's not a cow. His last name's something Holstein. Okay, call him by his name.
But Pitt's the enemy, so we have to come up with silly, bad nicknames that we don't really need because they don't deserve it. Off topic, very cool classic Washington State W hat.
I love their coach, yeah.
Very good and classic.
This game should be on NBC.
Yeah. But they're showing the Solheim Cup.
This game should be the prime time.
No.
I'd rather watch this than UCLA, Indiana.
Bama, Wisconsin, as bad as the game was in the end, should have been the primetime NBC game.
Yeah. I think it should be alternating by week between the three networks on who gets the number one pick. So, like, if CBS gets the week one pick, then they could have had the WVU Penn State. Or, no. That was in Morgantown. So they would have gotten. You get the point. 1 week CBS gets to pick, and they get to play that at 3:30. The next week it goes to Fox at noon.
Oh yeah, you got to throw that football away on first down because Pitt knew what you were doing. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine. But the idea being, week one CBS has it at 3:30. Week 2 Fox at noon. Week 3 NBC at 7:30, and they just do that alternating.
Yeah, but to do that, the three networks would have to bid equal amounts of money.
I know.
That didn't happen.
Yep. I also think that's how the Big 12 deal should be, where, like, ESPN/ABC, they get the number one pick 1 week, and the next week Fox gets it, and they just can.
Is that a false start?
Alternate.
Or is that offside? I think it's going to be a false start.
That's depressing. Ooh, Washington State almost scored. Zora Stevenson, by the way, is the reporter on that game.
Excellent. All right, offside.
Let's go.
I think West Virginia got away with one. 2nd and 5. All right.
They're on it. Get
nice
there.
Option run. Got a first down. Despite about 8 Pitt tacklers trying to stop him.
Let's go, Mountaineers. I love how all this branding is all Seahawks.
Well, at Washington State, Washington, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you could have just, like, put up some branding that just said Apple Cup or something like it is at midfield.
Well, they'd have to pay for it.
Yeah, true.
And if the Seahawks are hosting the game, which I don't know if they officially are now, then they can put up whatever they want.
Garrett Green airs it out.
To nobody. Dude was like triple covered. Got to make better decisions there.
Come on, Garrett Heisman. Washington State, touchdown? No. They tried to throw to the O-lineman.
Yeah, if I was commissioner of college football and you had a Power 4, I'm having one network bid for each of the conference rights.
Yeah.
Oh, broken tackle. First down, ball at the 50.
Let's go. Come on.
Beautiful.
Come on now. Good run.
Nice broken tackle. Because if you do it that way with the four big networks, and the four power conferences, you know where you're going to find your game. You don't have to worry every week.
Washington State just missed wide left on a short field goal.
Oof.
What happened?
But I also think that the networks that would not get the Big Ten and the SEC should get the rights. 1 yard gain, short throw on 2nd and 11, 3rd and 10. Should get the rights to Independence and Group of 5, and they can sort of bid between them that way. They still got some chances at some good games.
Here's what I think is going to happen in college football, and that inevitably is it's 3rd and 10 for the Mountaineers here at midfield. I think the ACC is going to collapse.
Yeah.
The teams from the ACC are going to split to the Big 10, Big 12, and SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think the Big 12 is going to collapse.
Mm-hmm.
Those teams are going to split to the Big 10, SEC.
Yep.
The Big 10 and SEC are going to merge, create a
Super League.
Yeah, as 3rd and 10.
Oh, pick. Overthrow over the middle. Just debilitating.
See what happens.
If it's on target, that's a first down. But he overthrew him. He let the pass sail on him.
He didn't overthrow it by much. Just barely.
Too much. That's it. 2 feet's the difference between first down and 10 and a pick.
That's true.
That's little margins made big differences.
But Big 10 and SEC merge.
Mm-hmm.
Create Super League. All other conferences become FCS.
Probably.
Big 10 and SEC then, once they're a Super League. And this would only be for football, by the way. They would still be NCAA for basketball.
Right.
The way it would be set up then. Sadly for the Mountaineers. Tackle. There you go. But set it up. I think what they'll do is set it up to where they divide it into like 7 conferences in the league.
Yeah.
And we'll just go back to the old 80s, 90s conferences of.
Right.
For example, not completely 80s, 90s, but here's what I would propose.
3rd and 4. Let's go defense.
Come on, defense.
Let's go defense. First down. Easy 6-yard pitch and catch.
Here's what I would propose. For the Big 10, Ohio State, Michigan State, Indiana, Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois, Minnesota, Purdue, Northwestern.
The original Big 10.
For the Big 12, it's as they air
Lofting
it.
it. Ooh. Oh, that was a flag. False start. Love it.
This is a Big 12 conference of 16 teams, but just listen. Nebraska, Texas, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, TCU, Kansas, Iowa State, Baylor, Texas Tech, Houston, Colorado, Oklahoma State, Kansas State, SMU.
16 teams?
Yeah.
Split them up. You got the Southwest Conference, the Big 8.
So you want Texas, Texas A&M.
There are 8 schools in Texas.
Yeah, but then Texas and Oklahoma wouldn't be in the same conference.
So?
That's one of the biggest rivalries in college football.
Play it non-conference. Nice stop. Woo, Jackson.
There we go. The SEC would consist of Bama, Georgia, LSU, Florida, Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee, Ole Miss, Vandy, Mississippi State.
The original SEC.
Well, no Georgia Tech, but
Right.
and then the ACC would be South Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
UCF, Maryland, Virginia, Florida State, Clemson, Duke, Miami, North Carolina, Georgia Tech, NC State, Wake Forest.
12 teams. Okay.
Pac-12 would be USC, Oregon, Washington, UCLA, Arizona, Arizona State, Utah, BYU, Cal, Stanford. So
Close to the original Pac-10.
What's the difference?
There was no BYU.
Who was there instead of them? Colorado?
Colorado was not there. It was Arizona, Arizona State, UCLA, USC, Cal, Stanford, Oregon, Oregon State, Washington, Washington State.
Well, what's different about this? Cal, Stanford, Arizona, Arizona State. Oh, because I don't have Washington State and Oregon State.
Yeah.
And then a reincarnation of the Big East. Rutgers, Penn State, Cincinnati, West Virginia, Notre Dame, Louisville, Pitt, Virginia Tech, Syracuse, Boston College.
I love it. Notre Dame will never agree to it, but I love it.
Here's how you force Notre Dame to agree to it. This is exactly what they did. When they would merge to the whatever amount of teams it would be. I think it would be like 69 teams before Notre Dame. Essentially, what they'd say to Notre Dame is, so here's your choice. You either join us and you play our teams, or we're leaving the NCAA, so you can't play any of our teams, and you have to play all the scrubs. And then they'd essentially force Notre Dame to join by saying either you play scrubs and your football program is dead, it doesn't make any money, or you play us.
They're not going to threaten to leave the NCAA.
Who?
The big power.
No, I'm saying that they would leave the NCAA for football. They would be NCAA for everything but football, but they would create their own thing for football specifically. Still abide by NCAA guidelines and everything for non-football sports, but it would just be football. They would be a non-NCAA entity.
Then the NCAA will say,
no, the NCAA would have to keep them because if they would on all the other Olympic sports, they would lose so much money.
Yes.
On basketball,
I guess
they lose money on everything, so the NCAA would have to comply. Essentially, the point is the SEC and Big Ten have all the power against the NCAA,
which is sickening.
Yeah,
it's absolutely sickening. But it's not going to change.
But if we were to end up with that Super League, but we got the Big East back,
it's still sickening.
I could deal with it. I could live with
a yearly Notre Dame West Virginia football game.
Your WVU Pitt in conference, WVU Virginia Tech in conference,
WVU Notre Dame in conference,
Cincinnati,
Notre Dame Boston College in conference,
Syracuse in the conference, WVU Penn State in conference,
Penn State Pitt in conference.
Yes.
The only complaint
was
Army and Navy.
You think Army and Navy would? You think they would let Army and Navy in?
Football-wise, I don't think that they would compete.
Yeah.
But I think there's enough respect for them being...
So Air Force would just get...
Yep.
Air Force would be like... I think the best move is Army and Navy join the actual basketball Big East and help make that football conference.
Yeah. Play action. Pass rush. All right, get to him. Nope.
Stop him short. Okay.
Stopped him from 2nd and 23 to 3rd and 2. So not optimal, but
you can still get a stop.
Yeah. 3rd and 1 even.
Pitt's moving quickly.
All right, be prepared, WVU. Be prepared. Know it's coming. Oh, he got it off and through to nobody. That's a good 3rd down play with West Virginia defense. He throws to nobody.
You go forward or take the field goal here if you're Pitt?
You punt because you're not even on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I'm not very smart.
No, you are. You just didn't observe that yet. That's all. I think they're going for it. Ooh.
You're winning, but you're going. I guess you're at the 50.
I think they're trying to draw offside.
ESPN analytics.
No. Go for it, and they get stuffed.
See, that was just a terrible play call. Like, you got to think about this. They pitch it to a back who just stands there. That's a terrible play call, terrible execution.
I wonder if a flag was called before the play was called, before the tackle happened. I wonder if he was thinking that there was some sort of penalty that was called.
Oh, he didn't stop. He just was trying to make his move and then ran into his own lineman who had 5 WVU guys around him.
I mean, WVU just diagnosed that perfectly.
So now you got almost 90 seconds
to grab the lead.
To put three on the board at the least.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, but if you can do that, you take it.
Yeah. But they're inside Pittsburgh territory. They should get the lead.
That's true. I agree. I'm just saying it's the worst to get 3. Run.
Designated run. Okay.
I like
9
it.
yards.
Let's go, Garrett Heisman. Flag on the play. Hopefully that will add.
You have 2 timeouts.
Oh.
Holding.
That's heartbreaking.
What the bleep, donkey bleep? And you committed holding on a double team, no less. Come on. You should never have to hold a double team block. Fourth and 20. And they run the same play. And they gain first down yardage on it. 23 yards. Uh-oh. Pushing and shoving. Although I think that shove was a flop.
Let's roll. Has there actually ever been a brawl at the Backyard Brawl?
I'm guessing it's happened once. At least.
They're going to run it again.
And
get a couple yards. I'd air it out here.
2 timeouts. You don't have to air it out. I mean, because remember, the clock stops on a move of the chains.
That's true.
But get a first down. Yeah, don't do that. Don't run up the gut with a quarterback 3 times in the same drive and then force yourself to call a timeout with 35 seconds left. You only have 1 or 2 left. Still 2 left, but still. Do better. That seemed like almost like they were satisfied with 3. Should never be satisfied with 3 unless you have to get it.
Yeah.
Unsolicited plug. Sprecher Orange Dream. Excellent soda. Back in Wisconsin.
Do the Steelers and Pitt ever play back-to-back?
I'm sure it's happened, but I'm guessing they try and avoid it.
Yeah. You don't want your field that torn up.
Yeah.
I guess what could happen is like a Saturday, Monday.
I could see that. They played the Pennsylvania State Championships before at Heinz Field, and it got massively torn up.
I can imagine that.
I think they play it in Hershey now.
Yes, that's correct.
I played at Franklin Field.
Not a bad idea. Come on, Garrett Heisman. Good throw.
Not a first down, though. Where's forward progress going to roll it? Yard short. At least they stopped the clock, though. So if they want to go for it here, they could.
He's short.
I'd say take the 3. As much as I would want to roll the dice and get the lead.
The offense is currently staying on the field.
Yeah.
Can't really tell what they're going to do here. Knowing Neil Brown, it wouldn't shock me if he went for it.
At least try and draw him offside.
I agree with that. They're thinking of it. Garrett Reed next to Neil Brown on the sideline. As Washington State just took the lead over Washington.
Well, I've seen the NBC graphics on Pac-10. Oops. Yeah, Big Ten football.
Big Ten Pac-12 football.
Yeah. Rose Bowl football.
Yes.
Yep, they're going to kick for 3.
We take that. Tie it up going into that.
It's a 30-minute game. And Pitt's going to make him think about it. Ice him.
What do you mean a 30-minute game?
Tie ball game at halftime.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Washington State to get a 4-point lead. It's up and
And
good with 21 seconds to go, so that'll probably be the halftime score. 17-13. Oh, look at this old school film.
1982. Dan Marino.
Heartbreak.
Back at the site of old Pitt Stadium on the campus.
Yeah,
Which was, I think, I forget if it was right next to Forbes Field, but it was close.
somewhere around there, yeah.
Larry Fitzgerald, Dan Marino, Tony Dorsett, Marshall Goldberg. They're retired jersey numbers.
Goldberg's like the one guy I don't know.
He played with the Chicago Cardinals, who won the 47 championship.
How about that?
In fact, I know that is scary.
Yup. Here we go.
He was an excellent punt returner, if I remember correctly.
44. Up and
All
good.
right, down Fort Pitt Boulevard, baby. Tie ball game. Go Mountaineers.
Let's go, Mountaineers. Okay, let's take a look around college football here. Oregon up 22-7 on Oregon State.
22-7.
Sorry, 22-7 in Corvallis. Oklahoma up 3 touchdowns on Tulane heading into the half about. Not even at the end of halftime. Notre Dame's up 35-0.
They mad after getting beat by NIU.
A&M and Florida still in a delay in Gainesville. As we just mentioned in the Apple Cup, Washington State up 17-13 over Washington. Troy and Iowa tied 7-7.
Interesting.
And Utah still 0-0 in the first. Ball State, Miami still in a delay at Hard Rock Stadium. And then again, if you're just joining us and haven't heard tonight, the big games are
not Gardner-Webb against Charlotte.
The big games are Georgia, Kentucky, Colorado State.
I have a love for Indiana, UCLA.
Indiana's no, I'm not giving them any love. That's a crappy matchup.
But it's a novelty kind of a game.
It'll be like competitive to watch, but like I would much rather watch Colorado State.
Sure. Little pooch kick.
Yeah, gotta squib it.
Pitt got it at 30, and they're actually bringing it back to about the 37, which gives them a chance to score. 15 seconds is enough to complete 2 passes and get in field goal range.
We'll see what Pitt wants to do here.
Or throw a Hail Mary. What's with the Pitt assistant coach wearing a green Pitt hat? That's weird.
So I know at least in the NFL that people with different colored hats on the sidelines like have different jobs.
Okay. I could see that.
That's like the NFL people, not team people.
Yeah. Spreading out the WVUD. So they're only going to rush 8. Only going to rush 3, I should say. Early flaggage or early timeoutage.
Timeout used by who?
Nobody.
Oh, what happened?
I'm guessing wildlife ran on the field.
No. And another whistle. Okay, now we can go.
Okay.
Oh, they had to add time back to the clock. Okay.
Third try. Only rushing 3.
Get to him.
And they get to him. 4-yard loss.
Let's go, Mountaineers.
Time tick, 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 tick.
And Pitt's just going to take this into the half.
Or call timeout with a second, which they don't do.
heading to the half in the 107th Backyard Brawl. It is the great Mountaineers of West Virginia 17 and the Panthers of Pittsburgh 17. Pitt will receive the second half. Wrong channel.
I don't care. Fun theme.
Okay, I am going to get something for dinner. Because it's about dinner time. 5:15.
If you need an option, we have the Italian chicken.
I got food.
Okay.
I'm cool.
Cool. So Dad's going to host the halftime show again.
Oh, Lord.
And come up with whatever ridiculous content we possibly can come up with, which may be a very dangerous proposition. So we'll see what we can create. All right. So what can I come up with for West Virginia and Pitt? I was talking about how the original Pitt Stadium was on the campus of the University of Pittsburgh, which is on the eastern side of the city. Oh my gosh, dudes with bags over their heads for Florida State. But it's on the eastern side of the Pitt campus. And I forget where it was located in comparison to Forbes Field, which also was a home of Pitt football for a time before they built the campus stadium. It was a bowl. Sat, I want to say, about 60,000 people. The Steelers used to play there. I want to say in like the late 1950s going into the 60s before moving to Three Rivers. And it was just a great traditional football stadium. No frills, nothing fancy. It's a great place to play football. Pitt was also the school that kept the greatest coach in the history of football, Vince Lombardi, in his playing days at Fordham from making the Rose Bowl. Because Pitt would always either beat the otherwise undefeated Fordham Rams or tie them in consecutive years. Lombardi was a guard on those teams and would not let Fordham qualify for a Rose Bowl. So there's even more antipathy for me when it comes to Pitt, besides being married into WVU. So it's even worse. It's even worse. Now, that said, if you ever travel to Pittsburgh, it's still a cool town. Still a very, very cool town. Now, if I had the capability to do it, I would reach out right now to our pals Stephen and Andy and get some Pittsburgh travel tips because they loved when they went to Pittsburgh. Let me see if I can grab a Pittsburgh map of our preparations for doing stuff going to games in Pittsburgh. I may have it. I may not have it. Let me look. Okay. Yeah, there we go. As we know, you have Heinz Field. Nearby, within walking distance, is a great burger joint called Burgatory. Nearby that is where you cross to cross the Allegheny River to get to the stadiums from downtown, that being the Roberto Clemente Bridge. Nearby that's the Andy Warhol Museum, worth seeing. Now, downtown Pittsburgh is spectacular. You got Point State Park with the fountain, right where the confluence is. Go there at sunset. It's spectacular as the sun is going over the hills and glistens along the rivers. And you also have Fort Duquesne, which we've checked out before. Check that out on our vlogs. There are 5 great restaurants right in the neighborhood of Market Square. There is the Yard, great chicken restaurant. The Original Oyster House. Pizzaiolo Primo. Where'd you go? Pizzaiolo Primo. City Works. It's all right. And, of course, the great original location of Primanti Brothers. All around Market Square on Forbes Avenue. Go up to Penn Avenue, about 7th and Penn. The proper brick oven and tap room. Highly recommended. Got to go out a little bit into the city, into the Strip District. Another area that we love. Check out Pamela's Diner, but also go there for the original Primanti Brothers. Go find Toni, Toni. She is the longtime employee. I believe she runs the Strip District version of Primanti Brothers down there. Friendly to everybody. Super friendly to everyone that goes down there. I mean, she's an institution in Pittsburgh. But the Strip District is very similar to, say, the 3rd Ward in Milwaukee. Great neighborhood. And nearby is an old school ice cream parlor called Clavon's Ice Cream. Going to the Shady Side neighborhood. You got Prandy's Bakery. Going to the East Liberty Friendship area. On Center Avenue, Highland Avenue. Great chicken restaurant called Bird on the Run. Of course, the kid loves chicken tenders, so we got to prepare for that. Going to Squirrel Hill. Minio's Pizza House and Aiello's Pizza. Squirrel Hill appears to be a very Italian neighborhood. So I got to have that. Pittsburgh's really a city of neighborhoods. If you want to get some spectacular views in the city, and I've done one of these, you can go to the Grand View Overlook near Mount Washington, which I've done, or the West End Overlook Park. The south side of the Ohio/Monongahela River is at the bottom of a very huge hill. And on the hill, there are some spectacular overlooks to check out to get beautiful views of downtown Pittsburgh. Big fan. Big fan of those areas. If you go north of the stadiums, check out our friends Stephen and Andy went there, a place called Randyland. It's sort of a privately created art installation that is super quirky, super eclectic, super fun. It's not a traditional art museum, but it's really cool. What we did there when we were in that city was to go to a wonderful museum, the Heinz History Museum. It has amazing World War II history exhibits, great exhibits about the history of Pittsburgh. It has an entire floor that is an ode to ketchup. And it has the Western Pennsylvania Sports Museum, which details the greatness of the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Pittsburgh Pirates and their championship teams from like 1960 to 1979. How football has been so much a part of the culture of that part of Pennsylvania, as well as here too, in Philly. But just how so much of the greatness of American sports has happened in that area. So I definitely recommend, highly recommend, taking a trip out to Pittsburgh. Fun town, great town. Now that my impromptu Pittsburgh travel log is done,
So,
the kid returns with some Pittsburgh food. Maybe not.
chicken fitted.
Much more Philly food because it's much more Italian.
What about all the paisans in Pittsburgh?
It's nowhere near as much of a percentage.
Yeah, sure.
There's a decent amount, but Pittsburgh's more like Polish.
Yeah, what about Pat McAfee?
He's not Italian.
He's half Italian.
He is?
I think so. He always calls Italian people his paisans.
Rainbow, NBC logo. The more you know.
Yeah, he always, like, whenever Michael Lombardi comes on a show, he's like, my paisan. Like, he's like my fellow paisan. So I think he just has an Irish last name.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. Excuse me as we do a live mukbang here. Game has been pretty competitive so far, obviously. Take a look at the box score here. Let me do this quickly. Let's see. Garrett Green, 9 for 14 with 97 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Jaheim White, 8 carries for 36 yards and a touchdown. CJ Donaldson Jr., 5 carries for 31 yards. Garrett Green, 4 carries for 28 yards. And Traylon Ray, 1 carry for 2 yards. Rodney Gallagher III, 2 receptions for 38 yards. Cole Taylor, 3 receptions for 37 yards. CJ Donaldson Jr., 1 reception for 10 yards and a touchdown. On the defense, the tackle leaders are Anthony Wilson Jr. with 3 solo tackles and 6 total tackles. And Josiah Trotter with 1 solo tackle and 4 total tackles, a half sack, and a half TFL. Meanwhile, for Pitt, Eli Holstein, 16 for 22, 201 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Desmond Reed, 6 carries for 15 yards. Receiving, you got Kenny Johnson, 4 receptions for 70 yards, and Desmond Reed, 4 receptions for 50 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Konata Mumfield, 4 receptions for 42 yards, as well as Raphael Williams Jr., 3 receptions for 36 yards. And the leading tackles for Pittsburgh are Rasheem Biles, who has 5 solo tackles, 7 total tackles, and a TFL. Donovan McMillan, 6 total tackles, 3 of them solo, and a pass deflected, as well as Kyle Lewis, who has 6 total tackles, 2 solo tackles on the day. Meanwhile, other things happening around college football right now consist of Oregon still up 22-14. Oklahoma up 21-6 at the half. Notre Dame up 42-0 at the half. About midway through the second quarter now, A&M leading Florida 13-0. Washington State up 17-13 on Washington at half. Troy beating Iowa with 1 minute to go until the half, 14-10. That's a big one. Utah State as well beating Utah 7-3 in the second quarter. So it will be interesting to see what all happens in those games. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think is going to happen in these games? What do you think about just college football in general? Just give your thoughts. We would love to hear them. So yeah, hopefully we have a good second half here. And yeah. Okay. Okay. As I finish eating here. There we go. And let's try to get this feed back to the game back. I think we're back to be back. Okay. What is going on in the world, folks? Let's see. Of course, we have NFL stuff tomorrow. Yeah. As we are having technical difficulties. Okay. There we go. We are back in the Berg. Is it actually kind of empty right now? Stadium there in Pittsburgh. As people return to their seats from the half. And we're seeing right now, and Pitt has doubled up West Virginia's passing yards number, but rushing yards, West Virginia has almost 2 times Pitt's, right? So we're getting ready to start the second half. Hayes will be back to kick. As Holstein and the offense get ready to get the ball after the kickoff. And we are back in Pittsburgh. So 14:53 here to go after the kickoff in the second half. Eli Holstein here taking the ball at the 39 to start. They're going to run it, lose a yard, so it will be 2nd and 11 at the 38 after Reed rushed for -1 yard. So Desmond Reed, so far 6 rushes, 4 receptions for a total of 65 yards and 2 touchdowns. Holstein is going to look to throw under pressure, escapes, but can't get out of that. That's going to be a sack. He will lose another 2 yards, making it 3rd and 12.
Thanks for being patient with me.
Hey, can you uncast it from there? Because it stopped working on here, so I had to do it myself, and now it's like constantly kicking me off. Because
I'm sorry.
It's okay. As TJ Jackson II coming off the field, he was a transfer from Troy.
So uncast me.
Yes. Because it wouldn't work on. Since we were both trying to watch it, it kept kicking me off, but I just kept putting.
I wasn't watching.
No, but you still had it on in the background.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay, well, just. Oh, you just casted it back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be right back now. No,
okay. 3rd and 12 for Pitt. Sorry for those technical difficulties, folks. Pitt has the ball at the 37-yard line, as I need to adjust this to say 3rd quarter. Don't know how I missed that. They look to throw, incomplete. Okay, there we go. Sorry about the graphics, folks. I don't know how I missed that, but somehow I did. So we're going to go fix it now. Come on. You can work. I know you can. Copy. Pitt will punt. A flag on the punt. A fair catch at the 13-yard line of West Virginia. Something doesn't look right about this graphic, so I might need to fix it. Yeah, I don't think it's even. No, it is. There we go. Garrett Green making a play call right here on 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line. They're going to pass it for a just short of first down.
All right.
So Ray there gets the ball for a 9-yard gain, putting the ball at approximately the 22-yard line.
Thank you for holding down the fort, because doing 7 hours of streaming of college football games is not easy.
No, it's not.
So
We do it.
Yeah. I just needed a mental health break.
You're good.
San Diego State Cal as an ACC-ish game. As an ACC home game, even if it's non-conference, it's weird. First half.
Yeah, I get that. Sometimes during a stream, I just need to chill for a minute, breathe, get away from the screens.
Yep. Put myself down a little rabbit hole of an orchestral performance that is going to be happening here in Philadelphia. I'm not a big orchestra fan. I'm not a big fan of organs, but there's a big one that's going down.
Oh, okay.
And there's another one where they are actually, the Philadelphia Orchestra is actually going to be doing a piece of American music that includes the WVU band's third favorite song. 2-yard game.
Hail West Virginia, Country Roads, Fight Mountaineers.
Nope.
Simple
Simple Gifts. Da 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 da.
I know that's one
Second
song
and 9.
for late. Oh, air it out!
Overthrow. And blanket coverage, too.
Yeah.
Credit to Pitt.
I didn't know that they liked that song more than any other.
That's what I tend to hear when I hear a lot of West Virginia.
Okay.
And when Philadelphia Orchestra does a West Virginia football song,
I would consider a specifically West Virginia football song. Just a song you can play as an orchestra.
well, it is, but the Mountaineers adopted as their own.
Yeah.
I get it. Ooh. Screen pass.
There you go.
Pound, pound, pound. And that could be a first down.
Nope.
You gotta.
Screen pass on 3rd and 9?
Not smart. Unless you know it's going to work. Oh, sling.
I'm not watching it, so I don't know what it wants.
You freaking slinger doodle. I'm trying.
Okay.
Washington cuts the lead to 1. Oh, fake punt! First down!
Let's go, Mountaineers!
Straw stirring the drink. And he's like, no one's following me. No one's following me. I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you.
Neil Brown with some big time play calls.
Rolling the dice. In the grand tradition of Pat McAfee. So did McAfee ever do a fake punt?
At some point, he had to have it. At some point in his career. I don't know if that's college or NFL, but at some point, he 100% had to have.
Pound. 3.5 yards. And we're watching the replay of this, and we're seeing like the middle six. And everyone is looking towards the punt return. Nobody's paying attention at all to the punter.
Caught him napping.
Just free reign.
Caught them napping.
Play action. Nice.
Airing it out.
Oh, got him! See ya! Woo!
Touch.
We think.
Down.
Yeah! Let's go, Mountaineers! But they may be taking the points off the board.
Please don't do me like that.
Oh. Let's see. 74 looked like he fell on top of a defender who was trying to draw a holding call.
Hi, Nick.
Nick!
What's up?
Yeah, that was a holding call that really wasn't holding. Watch 74. Oh, yeah, he had him by the shoulder pads. It looked as if
that's impressive.
The pass rusher was just trying to flop to draw a holding. Yeah, he had a handle. And a deflection on an incomplete pass. First screen.
Turns a touchdown and a 3rd and 16.
Lovely. Absolutely lovely.
Air it out. Air it out here.
You don't have a choice.
No, you don't.
Quote an old CBS announcer. These are devious pass patterns on a 3rd and 16 situation.
It's a terrible announcer voice.
And they run it for 4 yards anyway.
Why would you do that? Doesn't make much sense.
I know. But that's how the dude sounded. Jack Drees. He was a CBS radio voice for the second Super Bowl.
Okay, who did the first?
NBC Radio, Jim Simpson.
Oh.
Useless knowledge.
Except got into the booth today. I'm now the CO in stadium for home game. What do you mean by
block punt? No. And they're going to pounce on it and maybe run it back. And they do. You go from a touchdown bomb to a block punt and a freaking scoop and score.
That sucks. What does CO mean? Oh, stadium. Oh, you're the in-stadium announcer?
Dude, nice.
Nice. Our in-stadium announcer is a teacher. And
was that the regular guy or was it a backup?
He was a backup.
Okay.
And yeah, so yeah, apparently someone else normally does it, but he did it last night, or not last night. last week, and
Oh, that West Virginia fan's just like me right now. Shaking his head. So Straw goes from the glory of a fake punt to getting a punt blocked in the same possession.
mm-hmm.
That's just pain. Just pain.
Oh, okay. Like you're working on you're helping with the stadium announcer.
Okay.
I see what you mean. Yeah. I would say being a stadium announcer, like the guy as a freshman, it seems like a really tough job because you have to immediately call out where the ball is. And that's tough to do.
You need spotters.
Yeah. Like I was a spotter for the stats guy, and that wasn't hard to, or that wasn't easy to do either. I think play-by-play is easier than that.
I've done it. I get it. I've done both play-by-play, stats. I've done PA announcing in stadiums.
Yeah.
Spotting, all that stuff.
Spotting is stressful because I did, and I was like, holy moly, this is crazy. Yep.
I remember my first stat experience in high school. Actually, I remember this now.
Okay.
Back in Milwaukee, Channel 12, the BISN TV,
okay.
used to do a Saturday high school football game of the week.
Nice.
And it was Marquette, my high school, against Racine St. Catherine's.
Okay.
In a must-win for both teams to make the playoffs. Overtime win. And I was the stats guy for Channel 12.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mark Johnson and Dan Needles doing the call.
Okay.
Mark Johnson now doing sports in Idaho, if he hasn't retired. Dan Needles, I forget if he's retired from Channel 12.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was also the team stats guy on the field in games before then. But they moved me up to the booth for that one.
Yeah. Pitt made the PAT, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All the sads. All the sads.
I will be right back.
Yes, that is not easy work. It's fun work, Nick. But it's not easy. Cody Hankins a few hours late with us for that blowout in Madison, sadly. But, yeah, better team. Bama is simply a better team. So I give them all the credit. Oh, Neil Brown. Bad words, Neil Brown. He is screaming like an angry Daffy Duck in Looney Tunes. And the kick return goes to the 19-yard line. Someone needs to bad lip read Neil Brown there in Daffy Duck voice or something silly. Nick, you'd be a fantastic color commentator. Learn the skill, you'd be great at it. Cody Hankins contributing to his pocketbook in the American economy today. Thank you. Yeah, it is hard. It is a concentration, focused job to be a spotter. And you got to get it right. And I did it. I did it in the Badgers radio booth as well for Matt LePay and Mike Lucas. Doing that while trying to do math as a stats dude is not fun. Not easy at all. Washington State adds a touchdown to make it 23-16, pending an extra point. On a touchdown pass where they picked up a blitz and had a receiver open for the Tud. Let's call it a Tud. I'm turning into Matt LaFleur, the coach of the Packers. I call it a tud. Man, shifty moves by the Washington State running back. Shifty. Now West Virginia has to move the football 81 yards to tie this game. Plenty of time to do it. I got to say that if you're outside that stadium, that is a picturesque setting. As the sun sets over the hills of South Pittsburgh, right by the rivers, right by the confluence of the rivers. I would love to have a seat in the northwest end zone with a view of the confluence, as well as a view of the game. That's a great seat in my book. But that's also if I'm neutral. As a WVU fan, I got to sit with WVU supporters. Cincinnati, a winner on the road at Miami of Ohio. Interesting. Texas Tech beating Mean Joe Green's alma mater, North Texas, 66-21. I wonder if North Texas has any other Hall of Famers in their group of alumni besides Mean Joe Green, who may be the greatest defensive tackle of all time. Put him next to Aaron Donald, next to Merle Olsen, next to Alan Page. That grouping. As ESPN is showing a picture of the great Don Nehlen. Bobby Bowden, yes, was a head coach at West Virginia before going to Florida State. But Nehlen put that program in the national map. He's the guy who made them a national power, put them in the national title game in 1988 against Notre Dame. Notre Dame won it and deserved it. But WVU was right there in that chase. And an injury to Major Harris in the Fiesta Bowl may have been what cost them the title. Quarterback keeper for a half yard. Kid, I have to ask, as we saw Lovelace make the tackle for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, what's up?
What is your feeling on football players who wear 0 and 00?
I don't care.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want 00, but 0 I'm cool with. I think 0 is a cool number.
All right.
What do you think?
Fantastic combination of chocolate chips and pretzels.
What do you think, though? What do you think about 0?
I would be okay with using both because, especially like some teams get close to 100 players.
Yeah.
We are trying to see what the medical examiner says about the corpse that Florida State has become.
Oh, D-ball!
Right there!
Flag on the play.
Is that going to be DPI, I think? Oh, it's near the line of scrimmage? Again. Don't tell me another holding penalty. Oh, legal substitution on Pitt. Yep. Decline that bugger. Oh, Green had all day. With a wide open receiver. The modern game of college football is not about 3 yards in a cloud of dust. It's about big play creation. And they just got one. They had to have it. Good step up. Good step up. And a first down and 17 yards.
There we go.
With his jersey being pulled like an extended strap of spaghetti. Look at that. That's how he made the tackle.
By the way, during Coach Mike Norvell of Florida State's press conference,
Mm-hmm.
he got cut short because a fire alarm went off.
Ha!
At USC, Cody.
At the Coliseum. I wish I could go to that game. Not that I think Wisconsin would win it, but just to see the Badgers play at the Coliseum would be fantastic. Wide receiver screen. They got blockers. They got a first down. 13 yards. Now we're seeing the Mountaineers and what we expect them to be able to do. Does Green have to replace a jersey? Oh, injury timeout. Okay. Kyle Lewis of suburban New York, East Orange, New Jersey, the injured player.
That's not good.
No. All right, Nick, feelings about Pittsburgh as a city since this game's being played in Pittsburgh.
I think I can assume. I can guess on what it is. I'm going to let him put it in, but
Yeah. I love the town.
Yeah.
In terms of traveling there.
Oregon up 32-14 on Oregon State. Oklahoma up 24-13 on Tulane. Notre Dame up 49-7 on Purdue.
Goodness. Now, the thing is, Pittsburgh is a great, chill, big city. But I'd be more apt to go to Baltimore as a big, chill city and the cool parts of Baltimore, where there are more than what people think, number one. But I'd be more apt to go to Baltimore because, very simply, it's an hour and a half away.
Yeah. We have some big upset alerts right now. With under 3 minutes to go in the second half, or in the first half, Utah State is beating number 12 Utah 14-10.
Ooh.
Troy is beating Iowa 14-10. And then this isn't really an upset, but A&M's up 13-0 on Florida with under a minute to go until halftime.
Which is still weird to me. That's an SEC game.
It's been an SEC game for years.
Still weird.
For what, over a decade now?
Yeah, that's still weird.
Yeah.
And nearly caught back in the backfield, but White advancing to the 4-yard line on 1st and goal.
There we go.
Way to steal the Carolina Panthers line, keep pounding. I feel bad for London. They've got the Carolina-New York Giants game this year.
That talks.
It's like the first pick in the draft bowl.
I think I would rather have no game than that game.
Option run. Touchdown!
Let's
Go Mountaineers! Donaldson putting him a point away from tying this game. Oh, yeah, there's lots of bad words in the West Virginia fan section on the T-shirts.
No.
Which may be the reason why this game is not on ABC. Because it would be unavoidable to show it without seeing those. And you'd have FCC fines all over the place. All right. Now we're somewhere. Way to respond back after that just devastating failure of a long drive before. Way to respond back. Now, your defense hasn't been on the field for a while, so they get rested.
Yep.
Not that the other side hasn't rested, but you can relax a bit. and rev yourself back up, which they now have had the chance to do. And it's right smack dab where it was before at a tie game. By the way, as I look it up here, $224 of you who watched our Bama Wisconsin stream, thank you.
You got 524?
224.
Oh, 224. I thought you said 524.
No.
Oh, all right, that's decent.
Yeah. Especially for a Saturday early game. Because there are so many Saturday early games.
This Notre Dame score is insane.
So seeing Tom Brady in a nacho commercial.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to have Tom Brady in an airplane cockpit doing a nacho commercial, you at least need Kareem as the co-pilot, like in the movie Airplane. Go watch it for those who've never seen it. All-time classic. Oh no, the Ben Sherman name of the day. Bob Dernier.
Oh,
Former Chicago Cub, Bob Dernier.
okay.
He's the guy who Harry Carey interrupted President Reagan for during the middle of the live broadcast. Thank you, Mr. President, but Bobby Dernier just hit a double, so I have to go. So let me think. Who could I respond back with? Okay. There's one. Former Ohio State Buckeye and stiff in the NFL, Jim Stillwagon.
Well done.
Okay, we're watching Pitt tailgaters. Someone who has a blue and gold beer flag, probably invented by the Milwaukee Brewers. All right, Mountaineers going to kick off here. It's going to go not in the end zone. 7 yard line. They do not get him until he gets to about the 25.5 yard line.
That's where a touchback would take him anyway.
Yeah. A
UAV is tied with Arkansas? Wow.
A non-NFL network or Olympic Cast Gold Zone quad box.
Quad Zone. We love their quad box. We love that. Stuff on. All right. Good tackle, Trotter.
Yeah. Prep product, St. Joe's Prep.
AMDG. Here's some taco chips if you want them.
Oh, thank you.
Hit run.
First down run. Ugh.
They say, go, Johnny, go.
Yeah, they called the play dead. The Reed thought that he never actually touched the ground. Did they call this early? Let's see. Yeah, he had his elbow down. He was legit down. First and 10 to the Pitt 40.
Oh, get
Sack!
up. Boom.
Russell and Redwood combining.
That sounds like a name, Russell Redwood.
Mm-hmm.
Washington State up 24-19.
Speaking of Redwoods, that's more California, but
California love.
should we rent a car next time we go to California? Just stick with trains.
As long as I'm not driving through LA traffic.
You might be.
Holstein.
Oh,
There we go.
Overthrown. Beautiful.
Nice. Notre Dame now up 52-7.
They're mad. They're mad.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to stay within range of the playoff.
Iowa has taken the lead back over Troy, 17-14, with 6:44 to go in the third. Duke only leads UConn by a touchdown, 7-0. It is early, though. As all of our 6 o'clock
Basketball schools playing football. And another sack.
there we go.
Woo!
All of our 6 o'clock ESPN kicks have just started off a few minutes ago. Meaning the next kickoffs will be at 6:30, which is Ole Miss Wake Forest.
Up
And
the middle.
Bethune-Cookman against Western Michigan.
Jackson beating a double team.
He's a beast.
Monster. Do not allow a fake punt here. Do not. Okay, good. Deep kick, 28-yard line. There's a return.
Go.
Broken tackle.
Go.
Broken tackle.
We take that.
All right,
not
42-yard line. Not bad at all.
Whoa.
Extracurriculars.
Whoa.
A few you're not nice as a few yo mamas. Yeah, I'd get an upper deck seat to a game at Heinz Field just to get the view of the rivers as well as the game itself. And flag a John.
Pitt.
Pitt.
Let's go. Garrett Heisman talking to the boys.
Is Donald number 94 for Pitt related to Aaron Donald?
Aaron Donald should have his number retired.
Yes, he was a beast. He was ridiculous. Easily one of the 5 greatest defensive tackles in NFL history.
Elliot Donald is his nephew.
Oh, okay.
Went to Pittsburgh Central Catholic High School.
Excellent. 3-yard gain, fumble out of bounds. Where do they rule it down? At the point where the fumble went out. So no gain. Yeah, he fumbled before a knee touch, so he'll be out at the spot where the ball went out of bounds, but still West Virginia ball.
See, this is what West Virginia should be wearing.
I like it.
Yeah.
Blue shoulder white pants. Nice scramble for a first down. Pushed out of bounds, but not. A little bumping by Green. A little trash
Garrett
talking.
Heisman. Yeah, tell him, Garrett Heisman. Tell him we're going to win this football game. Tell him, dude. If you're Pitt, you got to have better than folding chairs on your sideline.
One of the great stories I've ever heard about the stereotype of the West Virginia hillbilly in comparison to West Virginia football was when a relative of yours went to a WVU game in Cincinnati. Cincinnati fans, as your relative was passing by, Cincinnati fans were asking, well, where'd you park your tractor? And your bloodline relative said, on your mama's driveway.
Not a bad answer.
Blitz.
Oh, no.
And, ooh, nice job by Green to recognize the receiver and throw the ball in his direction to get the incompletion without the grounding call. But are they ruling him down already? He was not down, but they may have ruled him in the grasp. 3rd and 12 either way.
I'm not sure. All right, here we go.
Why are you running the ball on 3rd and 12?
Now it's like 4th and 4.
4th and 6.
Do you go for it?
5.
4th and 5. Do you go for it?
Not in a 24-all game.
I think they're going to, or they're at least going to try to draw them off sides.
Depends upon if they're within 5 yards or not. Although I guess if you draw them off sides, you get 4th and inches.
Yeah.
Yep, they're punting.
All right. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. They still have the clock around.
Yeah. All right.
Graphic change time.
Exciting, interesting 3rd quarter.
Yeah, it's been a good game so far. Okay.
We don't necessarily know this answer, but is there a chance that St. Joe's Prep and Carroll would play in a future football game?
They don't play this year.
We don't know about future years. Okay.
No.
Capiche.
Score updates. UAB Arkansas 20-20. Utah at the half. Utah up 17-14 at the half over Utah State. Miami gets on the board first, up 3-0 against Ball State. East Carolina leads App State 16-14. Georgia Tech up 52-7 on VMI.
Wow.
CJ's
happy.
In the Apple Cup, 24-19, Washington State leading Washington. A&M up 20-0 on Florida at the half. At the end of the 3rd, 52-7, Notre Dame leads Purdue. 24-13, Oklahoma leads Tulane in the 4th quarter. And 39-14, Oregon leads Oregon State, just entering the 4th.
Tennessee, according to ESPN's prognostication, has better than a 99% chance of winning today against Kent State. I know, but it's just still crazy to see.
Tennessee's number 7 in the country.
Yeah, I know.
Good at football. What station is that even on tonight? Let's see.
Probably on like ESPN Plus or something.
SEC Network.
Yeah, true.
Rice Houston is on ESPN Plus, as well as South Florida Southern Miss, Hawaii Sam Houston, Western Kentucky MTSU, Jacksonville State Eastern Michigan. See, here's my thing. How is Vanderbilt Georgia State on ESPN Plus? Like, that's a quality matchup. Like, I would watch that.
Is Georgia State that good?
They just beat Georgia Tech.
True. Okay. Point taken, but sometimes you can't prepare that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I'm taking that matchup over UTSA Texas.
But you're going to get more eyeballs with UTSA Texas because Texas. It's Texas.
Well, then put Texas on ESPN 2. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, what's on ESPN 2 tonight? There's the question that should be asked. ESPN 2. Auburn, New Mexico.
Auburn's a much bigger brand. Much bigger brand.
Yeah. And like, how's Maryland, Virginia on ACC Network? That's a quality matchup too. Like, I'd rather have Maryland, Virginia than Auburn, New Mexico.
Do the conference rules demand that X amount of games for each team be on the conference network? Like the Big Ten network has that rule. Like I think like 2 or 3 games for each team have to be on the Big Ten network.
Which I don't understand that rule either. That doesn't make much sense to me.
It's about getting eyeballs on the Big Ten network.
Yeah, I guess technically.
Tulane keeping that interesting. Wow. 24-19, Oklahoma. All right, WVU 4th and 5. Let's go. Let's go. First down
There we go.
at the 28.
That's Neil Brown football, baby.
Shenandoah River boat gambler, baby. Oh, and he barely held on. He was fumbling through,
There you go.
but he kept it. Let's go Mountaineers. Let's go Mountaineers. It's the blitz. Run blitz. And they were there, 2-yard loss. Yeah, that was a run blitz where they keep it so packed in, expecting an inside run, that the inside rushers contain any outside bounce outs. So you have to run right at the hole pluggers.
Yeah. Day 2 Productions in the building. What is up, Vic? Hope you're getting ready for that Georgia-Kentucky game this evening.
Not drunk, not obnoxious. Georgia fan.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. And that's going to be a penalty somewhere. Free play.
No.
That's an incomplete pass, but we're going to have, I think, 5 yards on Pitt for a rather early anticipatory blitz.
Vic, we feeling like Georgia's going to win by more than 3 touchdowns? Like, Georgia has
Offside defense.
a relatively easy schedule this year.
Oh, offsetting penalties, holding on the offense, replay the down.
Donaldson looks so confused.
I'm just frustrated because of the offsetting penalties.
No, look on his face, like, huh? On me? Like, the rest of
Yeah, it's on you because you grabbed the jersey. But if the dude hadn't blitzed so early, he wouldn't have had to grab the jersey and hold him.
Oh, I take that back. What I said about Georgia having an easy schedule.
Yeah.
In a stretch of between this week and let's see, in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the next 8 games, they have 4 games against top 7 teams.
Woof.
3 of them on the road.
Oh, man.
Come on, Garrett Heisman. Run, Garrett Heisman. Run, Garrett Heisman.
Get a block. Get a block. All right. Is that a late hit? Late hit.
There we go.
Automatic first down.
They have
Automatic first down.
They have a bye next week. Then they go to Bama. Then they're home against Auburn. Then home against Mississippi State. Then they go to Texas. Then they have the Florida game. And then they go to number 5 Ole Miss.
That's bonkers.
Which, by the way, Oxford at night.
Is Madison-like.
Like, that is, I mean, that's
Madison-like.
Like, you got the Grove tailgating all day. Yep. Like, that's one of those. I feel like Ole Miss, I'll say both atmospheres. In the state of Mississippi, the cowbell tradition at Mississippi State and just the madness around the Grove at Ole Miss, those are 2 things. It's like, I want to see those things in my life. Like, I want to see both of those teams have home games because those atmospheres just look incredible to be at.
It's only been in like the last decade or so that I've even heard of the Grove. let alone it being a big-time tradition.
Yeah.
But it's because Mississippi was never any good for my lifetime.
Other than
until now.
Eli Manning.
And even then, they weren't
that
good.
good. They just had a good quarterback.
Yeah. All right, 1st and 10 at the 12.5. All right. Option run, 8 yards. Nice.
Let's go, CJ.
I especially appreciate how he protects the football, tucking it right up against his chest
For sure.
when he gets in a tackling spot.
Yeah, and I mean, after his season-ending injury this year, he's come out pretty well in this game. Obviously, he wasn't great in the Penn State game because no one was. But every time West Virginia's gotten to the red zone, they've scored 7. They look to do it again here.
Get to the well, and Pitt knew what was coming.
All right, so it's 3rd and 2 here. What's your play call?
3rd and 4.
3rd and 4, yeah.
You can run a pass play that feels like it's goal to go, even though it's not. And
I like that.
Throw a semi-check down that would get your first down.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Treat it like that. Don't run it. Unless you know it's a guaranteed first down, don't run it.
They've got 3 wide. They're going to put a 4th man wide.
Oh, they're coming with the blitz. Isolation. Oh, that would have been a maniacal touchdown catch. And he threw it in the only spot where it wouldn't have been intercepted, but he had to get rid of the football. Look at this.
Right there. And,
it was right in his hands, but I give the defender credit for ripping it out last second.
Yeah.
So that's just great defensive play. That's not as much bad execution by the wide receiver on the catch. That's just good defensive play.
Yeah.
All right. No, don't go for it. Don't go for it. Take the points. Yes. Good. Kick the field goal. Get the lead. Get the lead.
The lead. Here we go.
All right.
Yes.
Let's go, Mountaineers!
But Victor, if you're still in here on the discussion of Georgia, what would your final record prediction be?
And what's your score prediction for tonight? I'm gonna go if the spread is favoring Georgia, like I'm gonna kind of go with that as kind of a guidance.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually the only reason I ever pay attention to the spread is so I kind of know what the game is supposed to be as a like that. That's a good indicator of what the expectation of the game is. And if they're favored by 3 touchdowns, I'm going to take Georgia by 3 touchdowns over Kentucky, a Kentucky team that got blown out by South Carolina last week.
I'm going to give you a strange hypothetical.
Uh-huh.
With Georgia's ridiculously hard schedule,
Uh-huh.
they lose 3 games.
No, they could very easily lose 3 games.
To top 7 opponents, each of them by less than a touchdown.
I could see that.
Do you put them in the playoff?
Depends on the other teams.
Right.
Okay, so 24. I just whatever ESPN has on their thing, like on just the ESPN app, it always has the ESPN bet line on there. If it's 24, then I might actually pick them to win by 4 touchdowns and go. Let's see, it's now to 21.5. So
speaking of 24, I hate to interrupt, but that's how many consecutive points Missouri scored to beat Boston College today. That's crazy.
Wow. I'll go Georgia 44-17. 44-13. That's what I'll go with. It's 44-13.
Just a thought. Once this year, ESPN, I know he said he doesn't want to do it necessarily, but ESPN should put Jason Kelsey in a broadcast booth as a color commentator. Just once. On a college game. Just to test him out.
I do. That could be fun.
Yeah.
For when Travis retires,
Mm-hmm.
have them do a Kelsey cast for Cincinnati games.
That'd be incredible.
Since they're both Cincinnati grads.
Yeah.
Do just an ESPN Plus if they want to. If they don't, then that's fine. So,
or, since ESPN owns the Big 12 rights for the Chiefs bye week, have them do a Kelsey cast of the Bearcats game
that'd be cool.
this year.
Why not?
Okay, and feed is
What is feed doing?
acting weird.
Can we just talk one more time about the chaos of October 12th this year?
Sure.
Just for those of you who haven't heard, this is the slate October 12th. Ohio State, Oregon,
Mm-hmm.
Ole Miss, LSU, Florida, Tennessee, Penn State, USC. You've got Texas, Oklahoma, and this won't really be close, but just it's a cool game. Stanford, Notre Dame.
And none of it's going to matter because the Brewers are going to be in the playoffs.
Yes, they will be. Who did I say? Ole Miss, LSU. Ole Miss is going to win that. I still think Ole Miss has it. Like, there are a lot of SEC teams who have a shot at the Natty. Like, you got Georgia, you got Bama, you got Texas, you got Ole Miss, and then I guess technically you could say Missouri and Tennessee have outside shots.
6 teams could make the playoff out of the SEC. Half the field.
I think I actually would predict 6 teams from the SEC to make it.
And a borderline possible
Maybe.
first down by Pitt there.
I have to look
Start
at
the
the rest
drive.
of their
Yep, second one.
schedules.
Second one, actually.
I'd have to look at the rest of
So
their
no huddle.
schedules here.
4th down.
Get him.
Ooh, stopped him.
No, you got it.
Ah, no, he didn't. Look at the spot.
Well, that's a short spot. 3rd and 1.
No, I think he was down before he bounced.
I'm expecting either a run or they're gonna run.
Oh, they stopped him! Run blitz
There
by
we
Latham,
go,
right
Latham.
up the gut.
Latham there, big play.
Woo!
And also, how about that Washington interception there?
Nice.
I don't know if it's interception or reception. I think it was a pick, but I'm not sure.
Latham arrived before the blocker could get to him. Just crazy.
And this run defense looks a lot better against Pitt than it does against the best rushing team in the country, Penn State. One of
Just
them.
bonkers.
I wouldn't say best rushing team, but one of the best rushing teams. On it away.
To see how West Virginia responded to that punt block, that just destructive drive
Yeah.
with 10 consecutive points to take the lead, and now a chance to extend it. Don't get conservative, Mountaineers. The best way to protect the lead is to expand it,
Bandit, yeah.
as I always say. I'm going to make you sick of it. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's a good quote. Let's take a quick look around scores.
I have seen too many teams play the clock versus play the scoreboard.
Yeah.
And try and grind it out, not do what they do best, and allow the other team to get back in the game because they focused more on the clock and kept it a 1-score game. Make it a 2-score game, they ain't catching up normally.
Around college football right now, as I quickly adjust my thing here. Okay, let's look. Right now, it is Oregon 46, Oregon State 14. It is Oklahoma 24, Tulane 19. It is Notre Dame 59, Purdue 7.
We need to check to see if that's the biggest blowout in the history of that rivalry.
Maybe. Texas A&M still up 20-7 10-0 on Florida. As I just mentioned a few minutes ago, Washington State up 24-19 on Washington in the Apple Cup. Troy back with no. Iowa, the end of the third, Iowa with a 3-point lead over Troy, 24-21. Arkansas second lead back over UAB, 26-20. Ball State now losing 10-0 to Miami, still a pretty slow moving game. And Utah up 17-14 on Utah State. And that's about
Virginia Tech at Old Dominion. That's got to be like 2/3 Tech fans, I bet.
Maybe. And about the only game that's left to kick off at the 6:30 is Ole Miss at Wake Forest, which should be not at all close.
Mm-hmm.
Lane Kiffin, that was a guy, honestly, I think Bama made a good choice with Kalen DeBoer, but I could have seen them going after Lane Kiffin because holy crap is that dude a good head coach.
Yeah. And
he's one of the guys who really restarted this entire idea of kind of what Neil Brown does, right? With going for it on 4th and 5, 4th and 6. And when the math says to do it.
Do it.
Do it. Like that, it's simple.
Yeah.
As Washington will punt in the Apple Cup. 6 minutes to go there. Washington State could just hold on to the ball for 6 minutes. And
the best way to protect the lead is to expand it.
yeah, I'm just saying they have to go 90 yards to the end zone in 6
True.
minutes. So
Yeah. Just run your normal offense. Don't try and grind it.
Yeah.
Play action pass tipped.
Just a good tip. That's all I can really say about that.
That would be an ACC Network extra game. Carolina against NC Central.
Yeah, that should be on that.
Yeah.
Why do we ACC Network? Is that like ACC Network 2?
It might be.
I think that's what it essentially is. Big Ten Network always had a backup channel.
Oh, you could have snapped it and gotten a 5-yard penalty on Pitt. But instead,
There you
they'll
go,
get
CJ.
a 12-yard run.
There we
on
go.
Pitt.
All right.
First down.
Mountaineers.
4-yard line.
First down.
And the dude-
Mountaineers.
And the dude giving the ref a piece of his mind for something.
Yeah, tell him, CJ.
I think he was getting grabbed by the face mask during the tackle.
Yeah, I think he was. His jersey looks so messed up.
Donaldson, yep.
Come on, CJ. Just pull your jersey down. Just a little bit.
Be nice for a feed words.
Yeah, it would be, right?
These are the big yards. These are the
Down goes bottle cap.
Don.
Don.
It's Pat McAfee would say Don.
No relation to the 1951 San Francisco Dons.
What?
1951 San Francisco Dons. Undefeated. Jesuit school.
Oh, Dons.
Yep.
Like the actual basketball
Team.
team Dons.
And
Okay.
pro football team. Roughing the passer.
There,
On the evil team.
there's a team named the Dons that was in pro football.
No. University of San Francisco, USF.
I thought you said pro football.
No.
Like, what?
No.
They had a football program now?
They not only had a football program, that team had like 3 Pro Football Hall of Famers on it. They went undefeated.
That
They got a berth to the Orange Bowl.
that's impressive.
They were an integrated team.
Cool.
The Orange Bowl did not allow black players to play.
That's not cool.
And so USF said, yeah, forget it. We're not coming.
Good move. Respectable.
Boom. So they were given a special honor at the 2007 season-ending Fiesta Bowl, which a certain team from Morgantown, West Virginia,
Why did we just
went
go?
into and destroyed Oklahoma.
Why did we just go into a Bears fan accent?
Because I was going to use a certain team from a certain town, which was part of the Bears thing.
Gotcha. Bears.
But yes,
Still suck.
when WVU beat Oklahoma in that Fiesta Bowl, they honored the San Francisco Dons for their undefeated season.
That's cool.
And basically, I mean, they had an argument to win the national title that year, but
Who has a better argument, them or UCF?
USF, because they actually beat quality teams.
UCF still should have been in the college football playoff, though.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
They got robbed.
You go undefeated, you deserve a shot.
Yo, 11-1, you should be in it. If you're a one-loss team.
What if there are 5 teams that are either undefeated or one loss? I'm talking about like in the 4-team era.
That probably wouldn't happen, but
It did.
okay. Yeah, I guess like some years it did. Not a lot, but some years it did.
I mean, heck, 4-team era, an undefeated Florida State team didn't get in.
Because there were 4 other undefeated teams.
No.
Oh.
One-loss teams got ahead of them.
If you're undefeated, you got to be there.
Yeah.
Just simple. Oh, Florida State wasn't undefeated though.
Yeah, they were.
Last year?
Yeah. They were undefeated.
Oh, I thought they had one loss. Standings. Hey, you're right. They went 13-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, they should have been. Yeah, they should have been. I forgot that they were undefeated.
Oh, my gosh. Garrett Green just got poleaxed. 2 by a dude who came in 1, 2, 3 steps after Green released the ball.
That's crazy.
Just poleaxed.
Neck area, and then also I see the crown of the helmet.
Hey, this has been a long 6 hours, 45 minutes of live reactions to college football games. Thank you, all of you, for sticking with us today.
It's been fun.
It has been.
Sit back, relax, and watch college football. We'd be watching these games anyway, so.
Maybe, maybe not.
Well, I might have turned off the Wisconsin Baby game.
And we have a lot of stuff we got to do. So
Yeah, I might have turned off the Wisconsin Baby game, but nothing.
yeah, I doubt we're going to be doing any doubles, any stream doubles anytime soon.
Probably not.
Run up the gut. Okay, 4 yards. It's respectable. And they adjusted Donaldson's jersey during the timeout.
It's still not completely fixed, but
Yeah.
a little bit better. Just looks like his name is Arnoldson.
No. Looks more like Unaldson.
Yeah.
Because you can't see the D. It looks like an O.
Yeah.
All right, 2nd and 6. Into a smush. 2 yards, 3rd and 4. Oh!
Whoa.
Real anger between Donaldson and defensive back for Pitt.
What happened?
Did Donaldson try to kick someone, or was he being held in the leg?
I think he's being held. If he tried to kick someone, there would have been a penalty.
True. This is getting real chippy. I don't like having to call a timeout here, but it's a key moment. You got to get it right. If they're down, you got to get it right. I also like the use of the timeout to maybe diffuse these teams to get them to cool down just a little bit.
Yeah. That is terrible defense.
And that's why Oregon State is about to be a group of 5 school.
They already are a group of 5 school. Group of 6, I guess, now, right?
Ooh.
Oh, that's how it got to be a 24-19 game.
Yeah.
Tulane's jerseys are fire, by the way.
But the blue on the helmet doesn't match the blue of the pants.
Oh, it looked like it did to me. Here we go, 3rd and 4. Come on, Mountaineers.
There's the Pope, the Pitt Pope.
Come on.
3rd and 4. Come on, West Virginia.
7:28 to go in their own territory here. Not in their own territory, in Pitt territory.
And
Stuff.
they got.
All right, do you put 3 on the board or do you go for it?
What yard line are they on?
The
36?
Yeah.
I'd probably go for it here.
Alright.
Only because I don't necessarily know if you're a good field goal range.
Number 97 has been disqualified.
Oh, some dude from Pitt was DQ'd.
That was from the earlier targeting call, I think. Yep. And somebody got a first down, it appears.
They went for it. And they got
Yes! Outside throw for a first down.
beautiful. First down. First down, Mountaineers.
All right, let's go. $28-yard line. Don't worry about the clock. Don't try and run too much off the clock. Just run what you do best. Make big plays. Because they're trying to run it up the gut. And it hasn't been supremely productive all day. In spurts here and there. I think Brown's getting a little conservative here. Which is rare for him.
Looks like they're going to have 3 wide here.
If you're West Virginia, stay true to what you do offensively. Stay true to who you are.
Now they're going to have 4 guys. They're going to pass it. Oh, he tried.
Half-yard loss.
Not terrible.
Neil Brown thinks it's terrible.
Like, it sucks that you lost the down, but, like, yardage-wise, it's not killing you.
Cody Hankins, we are thankful right now, somewhat, for your Atlanta Braves.
Kind of.
Oh, my gosh! Oh, my gosh! Robinson with a mini OBJ-level touchdown catch.
I can't believe what I just saw.
Put that play on highlight reels for the Mountaineers for eternity. He was interfered with and grabbed it with his left arm and took it in. Now, granted, there was PI on both ways, so they didn't call it. But that catch was magical.
Welcome to Sports Center, Justin Robinson. Mountaineers up 33-20.
Robinson, you just got some NFL scouts looking at you after that catch.
And 34-24, the Mountaineers lead.
Let's! I can't even say let's go Mountaineers because I'm still breathless.
Let's go, Mountaineers!
I'm just breathless. That's a catch for the ages. Wow. Check this out. Replay again.
Wow.
I mean, it was, yeah. You had PI on both sides, so they're not going to call it. And the only way he could catch it was one-handed with his left. And to do it, concentrate and stay in bounds to get the ball in the end zone. That's got to be one of the great catches in the history of the West Virginia Mountaineers. Again, it's been the last 20 years that I've been a fan, less than that, because I came in by marriage. But I had to do a double take. Wow. Oh my gosh. Jeez. And it's a 2-score lead with under 5 left.
Wow. Just wow. Meanwhile, Washington is about to maybe get the lead in the Apple Cup.
With 2:20 left or so.
They're in the red zone. Down 5 here with 2:15 to go. Meanwhile, Oregon up 49-14.
And a run
It's
up the
just
gut
gonna run
easy for a
and get a
first down and
first
slide.
49-14. Oregon leads Oregon State. 31-19. Oklahoma leads Tulane. Both of those late in the fourth quarter. 66.
Pitt is in 2-minute offense mode.
Yep.
Flag.
66-7. Notre Dame leads Purdue with 5.5 to go.
Happy Hodad, that's going to take a while before we can really gauge any first-round pick. But that's the kind of a catch that a first-round pick would make. Easily.
Penalty on Pitt. False start. 26-7. A&M up on Florida in the SEC game there. Iowa looks like they won't be upset. Up 31-21 with 9:10 to go in the fourth over Troy. Arkansas up 27-20 late in the third over UAB, but UAB has the ball. And Utah with the ball up 20-14 over Utah State with 8:40 to go in the third. But
they had a chance at him, and he's getting loose for a first down and more.
North Carolina on upset alert in the second quarter, tied 7-7 with NC Central.
4:13 left in this game.
Yup. How about that, though? Tied 7-7, North Carolina, NC Central right now in the second quarter.
My eyeballs are on this game.
Yeah.
46-yard line of West Virginia. Pitt's got the ball, and they're moving the ball well.
Get to him.
Oh, man.
Throw it.
Easy pitch and catch for a first down and out of bounds.
They're moving.
Oh, what's the flag? What's the flag?
I think it's going to be on Pitt.
What's the flag? Yep. They're not happy. They're not happy. I'm happy they're not happy.
Yep.
Their conference over, which is the best Primanti Brothers location.
They're literally all the same food.
Yeah. But you only have Tony the Great at one. Oh, it's on West Virginia. Unbelievable. I shouldn't say unbelievable. Lathan called for it. Oh.
Unsportsmanlike. And Neil Brown doesn't agree with the call.
At the end of the play, they call it. The second guy is always the one who usually gets the.
Just frustrating.
Yep.
Just frustrating. Yeah, very frustrating.
Mm-hmm. Another flag.
All right, good. We need that. We can use it.
Washington stuffed on 1st and goal in the Apple Cup.
Under 2 minutes to go there.
Oh, man. Even if this wasn't a rivalry game, this is just a great, entertaining football game.
Yup. Get to him.
And he got the pass off. Wow. Great job getting the pass off, even if it was incomplete.
Flag on the play. Let's see where it is.
I would think that might be holding.
On who?
Pitt.
Okay. We would take that. I'd be very okay with that. Holding.
Yep.
Oh, heartbreak in the Washington game. Washington had a touchdown, but the guy dropped it.
Oh, man.
It was just good defense pulling him to make it hard to keep
1st and 30 for Pitt.
Wow.
At the 40-yard line.
Is Washington going to score? No.
All right. Pass tipped, incomplete.
Okay, now, folks, in this Washington game, I just want to point this out. It's 4th and goal. Washington's down 5. They need this to win. Jed Fish in his first Apple Cup. I think both coaches in their first Apple Cup. The first time these two teams have played, not being in the same conference in forever.
Yeah. 2nd and 30 for Pitt at the 40 of West Virginia. Oh, they're going for all the marbles. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
He caught it.
Pitt answers with their own ridiculous touchdown.
But a flag.
I'm guessing that's PI. Yeah, it's PI. It's like Reynolds says, I'll see your ridiculous catch and raise you one with my own. Yeah, he was interfered with.
Yeah, it's PI.
That's just great concentration. Congrats. Great play. Tip the cap.
Yup. PAT is up.
And good. Corkscrewed it, but he got it through.
And here comes 4th and goal for Washington in this Apple Cup. As this game is going to probably either go to break or a little bit of a slight timeout. Washington 4th and goal to win the Apple Cup. They run it, and they're stopped short. Washington State's going to win the Apple Cup. Washington State is going to beat the reigning Pac-12 champions, the reigning Sugar Bowl champions, Washington. And go to 3-0.
Bad words of the Washington fan base.
What a win for the Cougars of Wazoo.
Oh, Dejan Reynolds. Yeah, that was a fantastic catch.
Yes, it was.
All right, 306.
Yup.
I am again tempted to want to try and just grind it out and run clock. No. Get points.
Yeah, I agree.
Run your offense. Do what you do best.
And
get first downs. Get big plays.
ideally,
Get a score. Put it away.
Ideally, you want a touchdown here, obviously.
Put it away. Oh, they're going outside kick here?
Nah.
Nope.
So 3:06 to go for the Mountaineers to hopefully finish this one off and get the win.
Do not put the foot off the gas pedal. Do not put the foot off the gas pedal, Mountaineers. Go into hyperdrive. Put them away. Put up a 7. Put them away.
Yeah. Go Garrett Eisman. Gonna run it to Donaldson.
And then Pitt knows they're going to run it, and they just gain a yard, which does no good. The only advantage is tick, 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 tick.
Yep.
Come on. Big offensive play here. It's not as big as there would be, but get something substantive. Not grind it up the middle for 3 yards. I see why they say just run the ball so that you have to run clock down, and if it's incomplete, you stop the clock. I get it. And he caused Pitt to take a timeout. Okay.
Yeah.
But they're going to need at least, if you get a first down here, Pitt will take a timeout. So you'll have to run the first down play, which won't end until after, or it won't end until before they reach 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So
we do have 2 quick final score alerts. The artist formerly known. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say the artist formerly known as the Civil War, Oregon versus Oregon State. The Ducks win 49-19, and Notre Dame beats Purdue 66-7.
You got it. They may need to get 2 first downs here. But it's why you don't run the football on first and second down.
Yep.
You should do what you do best.
So big 3rd and 7 here.
Watch it on the screen until we can get it to work properly.
Yep.
On the big screen. All right. Because they're going to throw.
They're going to
Give them the best chance.
Garrett Green sack.
He's sacked. Bad result in terms of giving up the football, but you make Pitt use a timeout.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, but at worst, they now have to drive the length of the field to tie the game, or close to the length of the field to tie the game, with no timeouts.
Yeah.
Now, they'll stop the clock for every first down. Or does Pitt still have a timeout? Thought they had to use it on this because of the sack. Now, Straw needs to execute properly, and so does their blocking scheme.
Yeah.
Because remember, he had a punt blocked earlier today. So the goal is not to try and coffin corner it. It's to get the punt off.
Yeah.
Just get the punt off.
He gets it off.
Good.
Sends it
flying.
Deep.
25, but did he outkick his coverage? Nope.
It's going to have to go 60 yards.
60 yards
Flag.
to win it, and it may be more, depending upon what the flag is.
Could be more, could be less. We'll find out here.
But they only need about 30 from that spot, at least.
To tie it.
Yeah. And they will have a timeout, because I believe they stopped the clock because of the sack. Holding. All right. Drives him back another bunch of yards.
We take that. So now they're going to have to go 65.
Yeah, I forget if it's 65 or 70.
Holding is usually 5 yards.
Yeah.
So.
Man, that catch was magical.
So 1:59 to go. Pitt sadly still has life.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to quickly use the boys' room.
But for the Mountaineers, it's about trusting your defense here. 3 of you in here, we appreciate you being with us here. As these 3:30 kicks start to go final, we will use this break to give updates on what's happening around the sport. For any of you Brewers fans, Brewers Diamondbacks just started, by the way, in Arizona, so tune into that after the stream, or tune into your college football game. We're probably going to have both the Brewers game and the Colorado State game on here. Right now, past the 2-minute warning, it looks like Oklahoma's going to beat Tulane. With 5 minutes to go, A&M blowing out Florida 33-7. In the Apple Cup, 1 play away, Washington State is from beating Washington with 26 seconds to go. They're on the field. I think this thing, clock ticking. And that's going to be it. Washington State's going to beat Washington in the Apple Cup. Iowa is going to beat Troy up 38-21 at the 2-minute warning. Arkansas only up a touchdown on UAB at the end of the 3rd, so that is of note. Utah doubled up. Utah State up 28-14. NC State now with the lead over NC Central 14-7 in the 2nd quarter. And Ole Miss up 7-3 over Wake Forest right now. All the 7 o'clock kicks have just started. The 7:30 kicks will be starting in under 25 minutes. And that's going to be time for some more football, baseball, soccer. If you're an MLS fan, I'm guessing there's MLS action on tonight. Got all sorts of stuff going on this evening. So currently waiting for this break to end so we can get back to the final minute, 59 seconds of action at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, or Heinz Field, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, man.
By the way, Phillies get a big win. 6-4 over the Mets.
Ooh. Forgot it was a late afternoon game.
Yeah. Oh, Jeff Levering did the Michigan game today.
Nice. All right, first play here. And he keeps scrambling like he's been doing all this late stretch of the 4th quarter.
Yeah. It's, as I said, Acrisure Stadium, Heinz Field, whatever you want to call it.
Oh. Win or lose, it's been a fantastic football game.
Stop
Easy
him,
pitch
get
and
him
catch, first
out.
down.
Keep him in.
He's in bounds, but they stopped the clock to move the chains.
But it means that it will get back to running as soon as the chains are set.
Which they're not yet.
And they are now. Under 90 seconds here.
Oh, they've lost 10 seconds. Ooh. Bad snap, but he recovered it. Wide open.
Rose, just get them down.
Wide open.
So now they're in field goal range. So at the worst, we're going to overtime.
Or the best for going to overtime.
Yeah, the best we're going to overtime. That's what I meant. Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
Unless the best he misses the field goal.
Or they cause a turnover and or somehow want to stop
Get to him.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas. No.
First
to the
and goal.
12.
Or no, not quite first and goal, but in the red zone.
Now they can win the thing.
51 seconds to go. 1st and 10.
Oh.
And if the line collapsed and he's able to slide it to the 11.
And now the Mountaineers need a clutch goal line stand to take this to overtime.
Don't need that feed.
Yeah.
So that may be part of why maybe at least
No,
I'll
'cause
ever redoing it.
It wasn't on. I had that not on Sling.
I know, but still it can happen. Things can't get crossed. Okay. 1st and 10. 12-yard line, 51 seconds left. 13-yard line.
13.
Actually.
Okay, that's better than I thought.
Play
They're
action.
gonna pass end zone.
Oh, I don't think he caught that in bounds.
But a flag.
You're kidding.
They called a PI on him?
There's no PI, at least in that portion of it.
If you want to call holding.
But if any of it happens while the ball's in the air, it's PI.
Yeah.
We didn't see the whole loft of the ball in the air
That's true.
on those replays.
Penalties on both sides have hugely affected this game.
Oh. 6-yard line, 45 seconds, 1st and goal.
Come on, get a stop here.
Run up the gut. No. Stopped at the 1-ish. 36 seconds. West Virginia calls timeout. And I think they're doing that to preserve an opportunity to move the football if Pitt scores. But the thing is, Pitt can run conservative plays, and then if they have to, just kick the field goal to send it to overtime. So I don't think West Virginia is going to get the ball back with any realistic chance of moving the football to win the game in regulation.
Yeah.
Unless Pitt scores a touchdown on this next play.
Yeah.
Oh. This game brought to you by your local West Virginia cardiologist. If you're nervous to eat, you'll be eating extra Tudor's Biscuit World tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Yes.
Blood pressure check is right.
Are they running like a wildcat kind of play? They're putting the backup quarterback? Huh.
This is weird.
Huh.
They have 2 wide. They're going to run it.
And we lose the feed.
Seemed like it was going to be a touchdown.
Just happened.
It was.
We got 1-yard touchdown. Derek Davis Jr.
Pitt leads.
Yep.
So now the Mountaineers are going to need a miracle to win this thing.
The only good news about that touchdown is that there's still about 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
And in college rules with the stoppage of the clock on a first down, there is enough time to get a big pass play, sprint, clock the ball, and set up a long field goal attempt.
Although now they're down 4.
Yeah. So now sprint, stop the clock the ball, set up a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, but still, it's heartbreaking.
debilitating. Just freaking debilitating. Oh.
Felt like WVU had this up 10 with 3 to go. And then this happens.
And I think you can blame a West Virginia defense that just collapsed in this fourth quarter. You can also put a bit of blame on Neil Brown's decision-making and the offensive decision-making on the previous offensive drive to just grind it out instead of doing what they did the previous drive, which is go get the big play and put Pitt out of their misery.
They're going to kick it deep.
And it's going to be at the 25-yard line.
Yup.
You might be able to get 4 plays, max 5, if you are expert at stopping the clock. Probably closer to 4 plays.
Yup. And this is where your walkthroughs, this is where your practices truly come into effect.
Because if you're a smart team, you practice the 2-minute drill daily.
Yeah. They're obviously going to air it out here.
And they throw it to nobody. Clement was wide open. And Green just missed him.
Yeah.
We've just had no luck in our streams this year. We should just like not stream football games.
Yeah, I know, right?
All our teams have lost so far. All right. Almost a pick that clinched the game. 3rd and 10 coming. They need to get the football to about midfield. So you can't just get a first down. Get the ball to about midfield. That's what they're doing. Broken up, 4th down. About to happen. Last chance. Last chance. This is pain. This is just pain. It's our last shot, 13 seconds. Got to complete this, stop the clock, and go Hail Mary.
Last chance, almost sacked.
Intercepted, game over. Intercepted. Game over. There will be regrets. There will be insane regrets.
Because, 2 years ago, West Virginia lost in heartbreaking fashion when a tipped pass became an interception. And this year,
You give up a block punt after a play that would have been a touchdown, 14-point turnaround. You allow your defense allows 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns after you have a 10-point lead. And on your last realistic offensive possession, you forget what got you there and just run, have to throw on third down, and an incompletion stops the clock. There will be regrets.
Yeah. Hodak, hopefully
Please.
it can get down to. I don't know if the Cubs already played or not. Let's see. Let's find out. Cubs.
Unbelievable. Not as believable, just sad.
Mm-hmm.
Just sad. And the Hodag tells us that Crew and the Cubs play at the same time.
Okay. Well,
So-
hopefully it can get down to 30.
Our brain is going to, I think, move towards baseball
Yeah, obviously.
for the rest of tonight.
Yeah, I mean, keeping tabs on that Colorado State game and seeing,
No, I don't care. I don't care.
because if Colorado lost to Colorado State, that'd be pretty crazy.
I don't care.
Fair enough.
Just give me my teams. Let me know how my teams are doing.
Fair. Well, folks, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Ding.
Like, share, or I already said that. Linktree.com/stories for all our social media. We'll see you next time. Let's go Mountaineers.